Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the black. Sleepless nights and headaches stack. Restlessness to hell and back. What's my purpose, what do I grab? A slippery surface, a heart attack. And sometimes you just gotta believe there's something that'll give you relief. There's something that'll have what you need, what you need. We're broken, it's tragic, we're not all elastic, but maybe there's magic, believe you could have it. And I know of sadness, the anxious and panic, the infinite vastness of all that is blackness.
Hey guys, how you going? Okay, hang on one sec. I've had a bit of a week, haven't I? It's school holidays, so I'm babysitting a lot more this week, guys. Sorry about that. I forgot. Okay. How is everyone? Hey, Carl. Hey, out to lunch. Sorry, I've got to pull this back over here for a minute so I can see it and still kind of face the camera. Oh, get over there, will you? There we go. Okay, who else have we got here? I've got to go back. We've got, oh my goodness. Okay, Carl out to lunch, David, Xenotron. Who else have we got? Kirsten, how you going? Robin, how you going? Simone, how you going? Who else have we got? Alex, how you going? Who else? Faith, how you going? David, how you going? Who else have we got here? Out to lunch, how you going? Eyes, how you going? Meg Aussie, how you going? Okay, who else? Sherry, how you going? Okay, let me go back. Now, I'm going to share my screen so I can read you some news. Oh, it's getting very interesting, okay? And I'm seriously, get ready. Seriously. Things are about to go boom by the look of it. Let me just read you what I think first. Okay. We know Florida's copying it. Stay safe, everyone in Florida. But I did see a guy, a news reporter, who seemed to have some wind machine. I don't know. He was making a big effort, right? And a guy walked behind him to his car, just casually, as you like, you know. Like, it was windy. It was stormy, but the guy managed to walk to his car when the reporter actually looked like he was struggling to stand up. Okay, maybe it's better when you move. I don't know. Parts of, I'm going to say this, with the Uke and the Rain, right? You know, that area. Have you voted unanimously to join back up with Putin again? Yeah, right as all this comes about, okay? Now, there's so much here. Jesus. Sorry. Not that one. This one. Okay. Oh, on the date, you know, the Nord Stream pipeline, obviously. They're thinking it's sabotage. NATO looks like, I don't know who they're blaming, but it looks like they're trying to blame Russia, right? But why would they do it Why would they do that when they can just turn it off at their end? Why would they something explode in the ocean, right? Not only that, I heard the Navy was doing some drills, drills. Yeah. The drills that always end up live, okay? And it's funny because a lady warned Germany and Italy the other day. I can't remember what her name was or who she was, so you just have to bear with me. She did mention the other day that if Italy and Germany vote in right, then they have ways of punishment. And she didn't say those words exactly, but that's what it came across as to me. People are thinking the US did it because I think it was Poland thanked the US after it happened and showed a picture of it. And Biden also said months ago that there would be no Nord Stream if Russia goes at the uke and the rain, Oh, yeah, the Navy were doing drills that day looking for mines. You can't make this shit up, honestly. The pipelines were also not operational anyway, okay, apparently. But funnily enough, on the same day, they had another pipeline ready to go. This one belongs to the deep state, right, obviously. So I think someone's trying to start a war, NATO, And I think that what's going to happen is a nuke is going to seem like it's going to be reported as heading for a certain place. I don't know what place, I don't know where, right? Or nukes, right? Heading for different countries, maybe. And that'll be the scares the out of everyone. But I think it'll be stopped before it gets anywhere. Like, look up, you know what I mean? I think it's going to happen there. Censorship's coming in harder with Jacinda Ardern, New Zealand Prime Minister, talking about how they value freedom of speech, but they have to get rid of myths and disinformation. It was a word salad. It really was. So, okay, we've got Ian Miles Chong here saying just what America needed, more wokeness in government in response to Axios, who said the Biden administration launched its new Chief Diversity Officer's Executive Council. I can already feel the money slipping out of people's pockets to help implement strategy for diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility across the federal government. So in other words, they're putting more woke people in there. DeSantis' first course of action as president in 2025 should be to fire everyone involved. There you go. Alexandria Marshall said international socialists, we now call them globalists, have always wanted to rule the world. They insist that borders are bad and that national identity is evil. Why? To erode nation states and make it easier for unelected, centralised bureaucracies to govern all of us. Aussie Deplorable said, breaking, United Australia Party are officially registered by the Victorial Electoral Commission and will be contesting all upper house regions in the upcoming Victoria election. With 2 UAP candidates per region, Clive says, we are concentrating fully on gaining the balance of power for anyone who's interested there. I like One Nation. I like Pauline Hanson. Just her. I don't know. I don't know about anyone else, but I know she's been fighting since the 90s for Australia. I know that. Okay, Alexandra Marshall again said capitalist democracies are better for the environment than socialist dictatorships. The claim that we have to sacrifice freedom to save the planet and reimagine fairer systems has nothing to do with climate and everything to do with power-hungry politicians. Hans Mankey, I don't know how to say that, sorry. Why is the FBI so obsessed with burying this information? I was told it was just a botched robbery. And it's in response to Technofog, new court order on a Seth Rich FOIA lawsuit. The FBI is ordered to produce the information it possesses related to Seth Rich's laptop within 14 days. So don't forget, Seth Rich. Don't forget. He'll come back into it. New FOIA just dropped. Oh, it looks all blank to me. Oh, it is. Oh, wait a minute. Why am I surprised? I thought it was going to say something on there. Takes me back to the government FBI's greatest laptop hits: Anthony Weiner, Imran Awan, DWS's, Seth Richards, Hunter Biden's. Almost like they don't ever want you to see what's on them. Isn't that interesting? As if anyone's surprised that they blanked half of it out. Clown World today put this up. Germany, Greens plan to ban native Germans, from a third of jobs to promote diversity. I can't talk again. This is what equal opportunity employer means here in Australia too. They do it bit by bit, hoping you don't see it, because we've had equal opportunity employment since the 90s. But what happens is, authored by Paul Joseph Watson, in the name of promoting diversity, ruling Greens in the German city of Hanover plan to ban a third of native citizens from applying for government jobs so they can be given to migrants. Oh dear, can't see a problem there, can you? Lou's Tavern said, as Zelensky demands endless money from Western peoples in economic crisis, his parents just bought an $8 million house in Rishpon, Israel. Lovely. It looks like this is what you're funding. We're all funding. Jerry Hooglin said, it saddens me to say that Jan's somersault is 100% correct. What a tragedy, huh? Jan Summers says, I laugh and mock most of our pollies these days, but I'm certain it's a waste of time. They don't care. With the exception of a few, we don't have a government working for Australia anymore. They're all bought puppets working for a deranged global entity, and rand. I happen to agree. Dave Rubin said, how about we take the billions en route to Ukraine and rebuild Florida instead? Sounds good to me. I'm not American, but I mean, it sounds logical, you know what I mean? Disclosed TV, just in, US Senate passes bill to send $12.3 billion in new military and economic aid to Ukraine. And this was on the 29th of September, 2 days ago. Nyangai Warren Mundine, the Australian Black Conservative, Team Australia, Senator Jacinta Price. My elders taught me that any child who is conceived in our country holds within them the baby spirit of the creator ancestor from the land. In other words, Australian children of all backgrounds belong to this land. They too have God help me please. Jakarapa dreaming, and they too are connected spiritually to this country. This is what I know true reconciliation to mean. This lady is one of the only Aboriginals, there's a couple of them, that are on the conservative side and can see what's happening with the ones who have been bought out or that are already in Parliament, okay? Phil Mate said, here's your boosters. Why are you not in politics in Pakistan trying to improve the country and lives there? You ran away instead and are trying to turn Australia into the hole you left. Pauline was 100% correct. I stand with Pauline, which is Pauline Hanson. And this is Marine Faruqi. I remember the joy of seeing my first koala in its natural habitat. We used to see these amazing animals in our front yard in Port Macquarie. Those days are sadly long gone from a town which was the koala capital of Australia. Save the Koala Day. And normally when they say save the koalas, that's not what they mean. Okay? This lady's come in and trying to change everything into a globalist, obviously, you know. I wonder if she's one of those young global shapers, because there's young global leaders and then there's young global shapers. I hope you know that. If not, go over to Rumble and watch Amazing Polly. Josephine Cashman said Aboriginal Affairs is run by organised crime according to the Crime Commission. The organisational leaders in the photo have proven over decades to be incapable of producing positive outcomes for Aussies living in Aboriginal communities. Money's being rorted and there's a hidden agenda. And this is them. Patrick Dodson said today more than 60 First Nations leaders from all corners of the continent came together to help chart a course forward in the voice referendum. So they're all corrupted, those ones. Is there a thread here? And Josephine Cashman has written an article, obviously. Hang on, let me have a look. Oh, Bruce Pascoe in Alice Springs, he was only swearing with the words the white fella taught him. We don't have those words in our language, Eric remarks. We're standing at the old police station. Eric points to the trees where Aboriginal people were chained up for weeks on end. What was their crime, I ask. Eric shrugs, swearing. Swearing? I suggest, and for the first time he laughs grimly, tells me another story about, now this is like, I don't know if this is propaganda. And for the first time he laughs grimly, tells me another story about how a male bloke, wild fella Aborigines, started shooting policemen in their cars. He caused quite a bit of trouble until they caught up with him. Why did he start shooting the police, I asked Eric. Yeah, you're right, it wasn't such a bright question. Eric gives me the longest, steadiest look he's given me all day. Fair enough, Eric. Who needs a reason in a country with this history? Oh, dangerous. My people are silenced. The growing divide between Aboriginal people and other Australians has been fed by vested interest groups, determined to control the billions of dollars governments allocate to Aboriginal communities. Naturally, there is growing frustration and despair felt by Aboriginal people who've been preyed upon and manipulated as they witness their communities flounder. My people are silenced. Aboriginal people want to use their voice in a positive way, however, they do not know how to break through the significant barriers which have been created and controlled by vested interest groups. Sadly, the loudest voices feeding the divide are those who do not truly represent my people. Imposters who claim to be of Aboriginal descent are agitating and creating trouble and disconnect as they continue to forge divisions. So there you go. It's pretty much what we see with The Voice is pretty much UN run. Okay? The UN's running, the globalists are running that one. The Aboriginal people themselves don't actually have a voice. It's always other people speaking for them. And those people don't even live in the Aboriginal communities anymore. The post-millennial said Utah former therapist arrested in ritualistic child sex abuse case involving over 130 kids. Brett Bluth said that his then therapist Hamlin, hang on, I don't want to. One alleged victim, Brett Bluth, said that his then therapist Hamlin threw a therapeutic ritual that would heal him of his homosexuality, and he started suggesting the semen of a righteous man would then undo the damage. Of course, a righteous man. Okay. Former therapist and member of the Church of Latter-day Saints, 68-year-old David Hamblin of Provo, Utah, was arrested on Wednesday. Wow. Okay, well, there's another one for you. The original Roland Rat. Just think of all the people in history who tried and failed to bring down Western civilization in the end, lost to this. Dear God, help us. Okay, Willem said fully, jabbed and boosted. Finland Interior Minister collapses on live television. Let's go back. Yep. Dropping like flies, it seems. Okay, Illuminati bot said thousands of years of deception about to unfold. And I believe it is. Andy Greensky said Condoleezza Rice explained in 2014 the motives for the CIA to commit an act of terrorism against the Nord Stream 1 and 2 pipelines in Europe. How interesting is that? You got more players in there. They're really trying to push war. Wayne Dupre shared this one from Poland. Radek Sikorski MEP, said thank you, USA, and showed the explosion at the pipeline. Very interesting, isn't it? Vineyard owner, Benny Johnson said, vineyard owner Nancy Pelosi, we need illegals to pick our crops. And that's what she says. In amongst a bunch of drunk talk. Okay, Nancy Pelosi can't even talk. She's that drunk. It's ridiculous. Even in this one. Ultra Nuclear Dante said, guess which picture has Democrats so worried they pass laws against it? A dirty needle? Maybe? Human feces? No. The plastic straw. Insane. Peaceful Quaker said Chinese police stations are popping up all over the world. Did you hear about this one? This one's in Dublin, Ireland, but I've seen reports of them in Canada too. Why are governments allowing foreign police forces to operate in their country? Okay, so this is what it looks like. I believe there's some in Victoria. Why else would the police do what they did back then? Shooting people with rubber bullets and... there's a thread. Hang on. Where else? We've got them everywhere. There's one in the US. They're all over the UK and Canada. China operating extrajudicial police stations in Canada as well. There you go. And I think they were in 37 countries, I think, the Chinese police stations. Tim Young said they're trying to start World War III. Disclosed TV said, Justine, Ukraine submits application to join NATO. Okay, so apart from some of the parts of the Ukraine is trying to join up with Russia, you've got other parts, well, Zelensky trying to join up with NATO right now. So if that happens, it's going to go boom, okay? You're going to hear boom. You're going to hear rumours of things coming that'll blow the hell out of your country, right? It won't get there. I think it's going to be stopped before it does. Also, Mr. Trump has also come in and said that he would be mediator. He's good at what do you call it? Mediating, negotiating. So he has offered to do that. Will he come in as saviour? I don't know. Who knows? We'll find out. Wayne Dupre said, that's it. Zelensky gets that in his sleep, plus he makes and demands for more stuff. House approves $2.7 billion in payments to 9/11 victims after years of delay. Okay, so 9/11 victims get $2.7 billion, but Ukraine gets $12 billion? That doesn't make sense. Illuminati bot said, why do I have to post this? Why do I have to go to school? So you can be moulded into a state-approved homogenous drone that cannot think outside the prescribed consensus. You will learn to repeat information instead of how to think for yourself so you don't become a threat to the status quo. When you graduate, you'll get a job, pay your taxes in order to perpetuate the corporate system of indentured servitude. And it's about to get broken, I think. It's seriously about to come undone. It's all coming undone for them anyway. That's why I think what I think is going to happen is going to happen. Sarah Abdullah said, NATO is not a defense alliance. It's a war machine. Ask the people of Afghanistan, Iraq, or Libya. Is it another arm of the CIA? I don't know. I'm starting to wonder. I really am, because the Navy was doing drills the same day the pipeline blew. They had another one ready to go. I don't know. It's just really interesting. I'm just questioning a lot of this. Something you're not allowed to do these days, apparently. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. said 3 days and counting. CDC must cough up the data on the jab injuries collected via the V-Safe app. They got 3 days. Mary said, now they're an arm of the Democratic Party, just awful. FBI insiders say agents who took a knee during BLM protests were rewarded for doing so. I'm sure they were. Sir Cold 957 said, what do all these men have in common? They're all migrants and they were all caught grooming underage girls online and trying to meet them. And I'm not saying all immigrants do this. I'm just saying that the reason they are importing young, fighting, fit men It's more than one reason, okay? There is more than one reason. They never do things just for one reason. Wayne Dupre said, thanks, Biden. What's this? For sale. Mortgages, used car prices flying out of reach for average Americans. While Americans struggle with buying groceries and filling up their gas tanks in Joe Biden's economy, the cost of other big-ticket necessity items like home and automobiles are also on the rise, increasingly out of reach for average Americans. That is worldwide, I'm thinking. That's how it's seeming anyway. The American dream will cost you extra in 2022. The average home buyer has lost $107,000 in buying power this year due to rising mortgage rates. When the mortgage rate goes up, housing prices come down. When mortgage goes down, housing prices go up. Okay, I don't know why. I've noticed it always does that. Okay, the mortgage rate climbed from 6.29 just last week to 6.70. Just 1 year ago, the rate was 3%. So it's more than doubled. Okay, well, that's like everything here as well. And they want people to go and buy electric vehicles. Oh, dear God. Rise Melbourne said Florida. Oh, my MSM lies. A reporter pretending to be blown away as a man. Here we go. There you go. While as a man near the Arrow walks calmly to his car, literally everything you see on TV is a lie. It is. A lot of their reporting is a lie. Most of it, I'd say. Okay, now watch this. Now watch behind him over here. Okay? He's trying to make it like he's really trying to stay there. He's really trying to stand up. But keep watching behind him. Because here he comes. I'm just going to my car. See, and he's trying to, look, as if he's getting blown away, but this guy just walks over to his car. Oh, dear. Mainstream media is bad. They lie about everything nearly these days. Billboard Chris said California is now a sanctuary state where kids come across from the US can run away to for puberty blockers, cross-sex hormones and surgeries without parental consent. The state of California will refuse to return the child home. But hey, aren't they, if they're under 18, aren't they like under the parents, not the state? Well, that's changing now. Okay, well, what's this one? Yep, okay, that's that. Is there a thread? Non-custodial parents can also kidnap the child and bring them to California, where the state will ignore custody agreements, arrest warrants, and court orders from other states. California Democrats, led by Scott Wiener and Gavin Newsom, can now maim and sterilise your child against your will, no matter where you live in the US. Gavin Newsom had the nerve to say this about child abuse law, which completely undermines parents. Parents know what's best for their kids, and they should be able to make decisions around the health of their children without fear. We must take a stand for parental choice. In a just world, Gavin Newsom would be rotting in jail for a very long time. His words are the exact opposite of the bill he just signed. Guys, I'm so sorry. Can you give me 1 sec? So sorry, guys. My mum forgot I was live, so. Okay, his words are the exact opposite of the bill he just signed. It has stripped parents from every state in the union of their rights to protect their own child. This law can't possibly be constitutional and needs to be challenged at the Supreme Court. Every child in trans groups on social media will learn that the easy way to bypass mum and dad is to go to California, and there will be no shortage of creeps to traffic them there. And there's another one in here. A 14-year-old Virginia girl started identifying as trans. Her school hid this from her grandparents, who adopted her as a baby. In August, she ran away and was found in Maryland, where she'd been sex trafficked. The state put her into a boys' home. That's exactly what it is, trafficking. Konstantin Kisin said, I wish every single person in the West would listen to Putin's speech. Obviously, that won't happen. So let me summarise. As a professional translator for 10 plus years, he states, as he has done from the outset, what his intentions and complaints are in the plainest terms possible. Setting aside his brief comments on the recent referendums, he spends most of his speech discussing the West. His primary complaint isn't NATO expansion, which gets only a cursory mention. The West is greedy and seeks to enslave and colonise other nations like Russia. Oh, yeah, and put a central bank in there and take their resources like they have every other country. That's exactly. I agree on that. The West uses the power of finance and technology to enforce its will on other nations, to collect what he calls the hegemon's tax. To this end, the West destabilises the country, creates terrorist enclaves, and most of all seeks to deprive other countries of sovereignty. It is this avarice and desire to preserve its power that it is the reason for the hybrid war the collective West is waging on Russia. They want us to be a colony. They do not want us to be free. They want Russians to be a mob of soulless slaves, direct quote. The rules-based order on the West goes on about is nonsense. Who made these rules? Who agreed to them? Russia is an ancient country and civilization. We will not play by these rigged rules. The West has no moral authority to challenge referendums because it has violated the borders of other countries. And it's true because, you know how when they go in and say they're going to bring democracy? Yeah, well, they always end up in a war, and it always ends up bad. And the people don't end up in a democracy. Western elites are totalitarian, despotic, and apartheidistic, direct quote. They are racist against Russia and other countries and nations. Russophobia is racism. They discriminate by calling themselves a civilized world. They colonized, started the global slave trade, genocided Native Americans, pillaged India and Africa, forced China to buy opium through war. We, on the other hand, are proud that we led the anti-colonial movement that helped countries develop to reduce poverty and inequality. They are Russophobic. They hate us because we didn't allow our country to be pillaged by creating a strong, centralized, emphasis his, state based on Christianity, Islam, Judaism, and Buddhism. They've been trying to destabilize our country since the 17th century. In the times of trouble, eventually they managed to get their hands on our riches at the end of the 20th century. They called us friends and partners while pumping out trillions of dollars. His irony game is strong today. We remember this. We didn't forget. The West claims to bring freedom and democracy to other countries, but it's the exact opposite of the truth. Hear, hear. The unipolar world is anti-democratic by its very nature. It is a lie. They use nuclear weapons, creating a precedent. They flattened German cities without any military need to do so. There was no need for this except to scare us and the rest of the world. Korea, Vietnam. To this day, they occupy Japan, South Korea, and Germany and other countries whilst cynically calling themselves allies. The West has surveilled over the leaders of these nations who swallow these insults like the slaves they are. He then talks about bioweapon research, haven't heard about them for a while, and human experiments, including in Ukraine. The US rules the world by power of the fist. Any country which seeks to challenge Western hegemony becomes an enemy. Their neo-colonialism is cloaked in lies like containment of Russia, China, and Iran. The concept of truth has been destroyed with fakes and extreme propaganda. Irony games still strong. You cannot feed your people with printed dollars and social media. You need food and energy. But Western elites have no desire to find a solution to the food and energy crisis emphasis his, created. Now, this is just him on the Western elites, right? He's not mainly talking about the people. He's talking about the elites. They solved the problems at the start of 20th century with World War I and the US establishment dominance of the world via the dollar as a result of World War II. In the 80s, they had another crisis they solved by plundering our country. Now they want to solve their problems by breaking Russia. Russia understands its responsibility to the international community and will do everything to cool the heads of these neocolonials who are destined to fail. They're crazy. I want to speak to all Russian citizens. Do we want to replace mum and dad with parent 1 and parent 2? I get why he's doing it. I get why he's saying this. They invented genders and claim you can transition. Do we want this for our children? We have a different vision. They have abandoned religion and embraced Satanism. Direct quote. Now, he's mainly talking about the elite, okay? The world is going through a revolutionary transformation. A multipolar world offers nations freedom to develop as they wish, and they make up the majority of the world. We have many like-minded friends in Western countries. We see and appreciate their support. They are forming liberation, anti-colonial movements as we speak. Direct quote. These will only grow. We are fighting for a fair world for our country. The idea of exceptionalism is criminal, and we must turn this shameful page. The breaking of the West's hegemony is inevitable. Emphasis his. There is no going back. We are fighting for our great, as in big, historic Russia. Our values are love of our fellow man, compassion and mercy. Truth is with us, Russia is with us. At the end of the speech, as I said from day one, the purpose of what Putin is doing in Ukraine is to throw the West off its pedestal. This isn't about NATO or Ukraine. It's the big play to replace the current world order. Yep, into a new one. And you don't want, like, honestly, it's kind of right in a lot of ways, okay? Chook said, hell no. 9 News Queensland said rolling up our sleeves to get another jab is something Queenslanders know all about. Now a new booster is about to become available that offers more protection. Anyone willing to have a go? George Card said, how good does the 20 voices working together to create what the voice will be look? A great bunch of Indigenous, elitist, benefiting off the monarchy. Most of them looking like they benefited more than just monetarily. I'm sorry you don't win my vote, guys. And it's more of the fakers, okay? More of these fakers. Josephine Cashman said the pandemic saw the crooked Australian government use Pedo Island frequenter Bill Clinton's Build Back Better framework as the device to suspend our democracy. Has the Clinton crime cartel ever done anything good for humanity? They want to asset strip Oz using the Yukon hoax. Fabricated history, splinter us into First Nations, trying to deindustrialise Australia so they can bully us like they do the Third World, sending us broke so the World Bank and IMF crooks can take control and end our way of life. Yes, and it's called the Great Reset, and we can see it coming. It's going to look like it's going all the way to the edge, and then it's going to, I think, come good. But don't trust me. Do your own research. But from what I know, it will be okay. Okay, it's going to get scary as hell. It's going to be scary. No Jab, No Job said, good morning, welcome to country, Jabba Jab land. More superannuation bloodletting on Monday. Dow Jones down 500 points. The shitty Aussie dollar down 64 cents. Oil down to 79.74 a barrel. And I was told a long time ago by an employer of the petrol company, I rang them, and he said when it's like $79 a barrel, it should be just nearly the same in, 79 cents, right? I don't know if he was lying back then. This was like 20 years ago before I was even awake. Gort Adeline Nielsen said, we own the science. Oh, this lady. Sophia Dahl, UN representative, Melissa Fleming tells WEF's Tackling Disinformation panel, we own the science and we think that the world should know it because they're trying to cut down more on misinformation, disinformation. Okay, so there you go. This is it. Official 4 regions want to join with this man all around the Ukraine. They're joining. They want to be with Russia. Back in the Empire said then maybe basically calling people who didn't vote for you terrorists wasn't a good idea. Now this is in response to Disclosed TV. Now Biden says he ran to restore the soul of America and to bring back some decency the way we deal with one another. After last week just about alienating half of America on him. Stupid man. Okay, we'll skip that one. It's just I'm just trying to help with the algorithms, pushing them up. Protect Australia's food and fibre. Old slaves were in chains. New slaves are in denial. And that's exactly what we seem to be seeing with a lot of people. Tim Young said, why hasn't the January 6th committee had a public hearing in a while? Did they run out of low-level Trump staffers who've been unemployed since 2020 that need to cash in? Oh, dear. Okay. The Barbecue Bulletin said, give them their land back, just not the suburbs we live in. Because, you know, when people are protesting to give Aboriginals their land back, they know they mean their land too, don't they? Like, just because they live in the city, you know, that's Aboriginal land too. So where their houses stand on the land it stands on, that belongs to Aboriginals. Are they going to give it back? Protesters unaware land back also means giving back the inner city land they occupy. I'd love to see that. Matt Walsh said, we caught the left off guard with our assault on gender ideology. They don't understand what's happening or why. They aren't at all prepared to have this conversation. They're scrambling. They're defensive. They're desperate. That's why we'll win. Because when you start talking about gender ideology and you put logic in there, they don't have any comeback to that. All they have is word salad. And I've been hearing a lot of word salad lately, and it's peeing me off. I don't want to hear word salad. I want to hear straight talking people. And when politicians get asked a question that can be answered with a yes or no, how about we hear a yes or no, not go off on some other tangent that doesn't even answer the question in the first place. Oren McIntyre said, didn't you steal the bank accounts of protesters a few months ago after Justin Trudeau says Canada strongly supports people who are expressing themselves and protesting peacefully in Iran, okay? Not Canada, but in Iran. He's supporting the people protesting in Iran, but not the Canadian ones, not his own people. We are calling on the Iranian regime to end its repression of freedom of expression and to end the ongoing harassment of and discrimination against women. Wow. Okay. Oh, so DeSantis drops a hammer and a woke official has been arrested, but I don't know what's happened to that. The brilliance of the genocidal man-made climate change movement is how it can be given credit for whatever it wants and take blame for absolutely nothing, says Jessie Kelly. In other words, just like every brand of communism has existed for the last century. And I'm not going to play this. I don't want to hear her talk because she's a word salad person. Corinne Jean-Pierre, what may happen in this hurricane season will be helped by Biden's historic investment to fight climate change. What's he going to do? Throw money at it? Stop. Like, seriously? These people are insane. Okay, not just that. What else have I got for you? Oh, PayPal's has sent an email. Okay, forgot where my camera was for a minute there. Where is it? Okay, I'm going to delete PayPal in about 3 or 4 weeks, and I'll tell you why. Okay, this is for PayPal, the Australia PayPal user agreement. Upcoming changes. We're making certain changes to certain agreements listed below that govern your relationship with PayPal. These changes will take place automatically on the corresponding effective dates shown below. Okay, where are we? Effective 3rd of November, we are clarifying that PayPal may be required to place limitations on your account and or withhold on certain gross payments received if you do not provide required tax-related information. That, I don't care. Fine, no worries. I'd do that, you know, but wait for the next one. Also on the 3rd of November, we're expanding the existing list of prohibited activities to include the sending, posting, or publication of messages, content, or material that meets certain criteria. In other words, they want to censor you. And as of 26th of November, they are discontinuing PayPal's refunded return service for all Australian PayPal users. This means you will not be able to use the refunded return service, including lodging any new refund claims from the above effective date. Does that mean you can't get a refund? Seriously. Anyway, and by the end of October, I will be deleting PayPal. So, yeah, that's about it for the news. I'm going to bring this back over so I can read your comments. If I can get it to move. Gosh darn it. It just doesn't want to work for me. Okay. I've got something else too, actually, from my local newspaper. Would you believe? Okay. We have smart home tech for houses big and small. In other words, they're trying to convince people to install smart technology on their homes. The minute that happens, I'm going to the bush. I do not want to live in a house where if it catches fire, all the doors are going to lock and you won't be able to get out. Right? That's what I'm worried about. I'm serious. Oh, dear God. I'm doing good today. I haven't coughed that much today. David said, yes, big week. Now we're in Red October. Oh, it is too. It's the first day of Red October. Oh, dear. Everyone's saying hello from Maine. Okay. Kirsten said, hi, Alex. Agreed. Title above is very apt. It's about to hit the fan. I can't wait for my fam and friends to wake up. It's been 13 years of trying to wake everyone up without success. I hear you, Kirsten. It's been a long time. And honestly, sorry, I just feel like my nose is running. Yeah, it seems like forever. And the only reason I haven't been here this week is because it is school holidays and I've been babysitting a lot more. And then the day I had off, I just slept. There's 3 kids, and even with one of them, it's, quite tiring because I'm not used to doing anything. So I sort of look at it like, okay, if this was work, and after being sick for so long and then you first try and it's really tiring. That's all I can say. David said, good news from the doc yesterday. Looks like they got it all out. Oh, good, David. Faye said, yep, Red October for sure. David said, Russia just got bigger. It did. Senatron's saying, Kirsten, yeah, it's all too much. What a ride, but what a ride. Yep, Carl, welcome to Red October. Like. Thank you, guys. And I realise, I don't know what's happened, but all of a sudden I've got 114 people watching. 115 now. I normally get around 50 to 70, maybe. I don't know. Something happened to the algorithm. I know there was a court case where they lost. So I don't know what's going on because there are court cases against censorship. And then there are these leaders who are saying they need more. So it is great news. Hey, Dana, how you going? Let the show begin. That's what I think is, it's really, because I've just heard more and more talk of things happening and then that pipeline. And I thought, oh, okay, here we go. We're going to start going into it now. Batten down the hatches, there's a storm coming. Xenotron said things are warming up in the chat, David, lol. How you going, Eyes? And Meg, and I said hello to everyone in the beginning, didn't I? Congratulations, David. Yep. Phew, wouldn't want to miss the golden age soon to be upon us. I think so. All the prayers. Oh, God love you. Alex said, we have left. Oh, my God, am I that far back in the chat? Oh, goodness. Sherry said, hey, all Red October ready here. Let's do this. Let's meet on the other side. Yep, exactly. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, it did. Oh, good. They actually notified you this time. Yeah, right. Yeah, they're clowns. They really are clowns, aren't they? I love YouTube in 2008 was good. It was real. You could find anything, and what they recommended was everything, and it was excellent. These days, it's just like, oh God. David said YouTube almost never notified me. If they do, it's usually 2 days after the fact. I get that sometimes. I hate it when they do that. Hey Cynthia, how you doing? Hey Wheezy, how you going? Alex says, been a long time coming, Kirsten, can't wait. Hey Bexley, how you doing? And Rails, how you going? MM, how you going? Hey Danny, how you going? Carol, how you going? Yeah, I missed you guys this week. I wanted to come on, and I've also got another video ready to go. Well, not ready. I've got to do a voiceover, but it's more gardening. Just I'm planting now. So, yeah, I've got to get that up too. Wheezy said house got flooded by Hurricane Ian, but we are here, Hev. Oh, good on you, Wheezy. God love you. Yeah, I was thinking of you when it's, you know, and everyone who's in Florida, I was thinking, hang on, guys. Good evening from England. Good morning, Hev in Australia, honey bunny. Hey, Missy T, how you doing? Hey, Teresa, how you going? And Patty, how you going? And Shannon, how you going? And Sunflower, how you going? And George, how you going? And Nicey Glover, how you going? And just opened a KGV you found in storage and found the word loving kindness in Psalms 107. Has that always been one word? I don't know. Okay. Sherry said, so sorry, Wheezy. Yeah, for the flooding and everything, but that looked really weird though. Like there was definitely a hurricane in that, but was it as bad as the news? I don't know. They were making it out to be. I don't know. Hey Darren, how you doing? And Deb from South Australia. Oh, you got date night. Oh, God love you. Enjoy the date. Okay, and Weezy said, thanks, Sherry. All material things can be replaced. Yeah, as long as you're you've got your life. It's the main thing. I wonder if we're all going to have to run at some point and leave everything behind. I'm willing to do it. Oh, my goodness, am I willing. Dear me. And Alex is saying hello to everyone. It's good to see you guys. I missed your week. It's just been crazy week. Okay. Out to lunch said, so now we're just sending money to Putty Poo. We're not sending it. Oh, no. They're still trying to send the money to the Ukraine side of it to fight Putty Poo. Yeah, that's I think what they're trying to do. This is probably going to. I don't know if YouTube are going to let this one stay up. I said a lot of stuff that just to see if they'll let me, because I'm sick of censoring myself. I really am. I'm sick of it. Alex said, good to see you, Weezy. Hope all is well after the hurricane. Yeah. Hey, Demelza, how you doing? Shannon said, I love my colander girl. Yes, okay, colander girl. That's it. Is that Alex you're talking about? Yeah. Oh, dear. Weezy said, all good, Alex. Just cleaning up the mess now. Oh, yeah. How are your chickens? Are they still alive? Are they still all right? Like, I think I remembered you had chickens, Weezy. David said, Biden already said back in February they would do it. I promise you we can do it. Do that, he said. Russia's not insane. They have no reason to blow up their own pipeline. Well, that's what everyone, I mean, as soon as I heard it, I was like, and then NATO, I thought they're going to try and blame Russia for that. Why would they do that? It doesn't even make any sense. Oh, it's just more exposure to me. Everything is exposure. It's getting exposed to people more and more. People can see it more and more. That was Liz Truss, was it? Who said if they go the wrong way, you know, that they don't go along with the globalist regime, that they have ways of doing things. I don't know. But the lady was warning Italy, and didn't Italy just vote in the right? Go Italy. Seriously. Alex said, I bet it looked pretty bad, Wheezy. Glad you're okay. Everyone's still saying hello. Okay, David says something's off in Denmark. What is going on in Denmark? David, can you tell me? Missy said it's going to happen soon, I think. It's coming. It's just a matter of when. No one knows, but it's coming. Shannon said Trump wants to mediate peace talks. Yeah. Imagine if he comes in as the one who dampens it all down. I laughed at that. Trump the hero. Whoops, sorry, that's the wrong place to put that. Right in front of the microphone. Selena said, I made it early. How you going, Selena? Jeff Swig, how you going? Derna's a trader. She's a young globalist leader, isn't she? I swear. I think she is. What's up, Jeff? Okay. Where else are we here? Carol said, yeah, David, something sure is rotten in Denmark. Patty said, all roads always lead to Rome. NATO answers to the king, king answers to the Vatican. Well, that's why they've infiltrated the Vatican. Demel said, hey, from the sunflower. Missy T said, Ian F. Hurricane. Michelle said, I heard that Ukraine didn't want the pipeline, so maybe they did. You never know, but I think it's got to do with military and intelligence. Military intelligence, there you go. Keep having to light my cigarettes because I'm talking too much, but I have to because it's my stream and I'm the only one here, so I need to talk. Oh, dear. I'm very discombobulated this week. It may not look like it, but I am. Or it may look like it, actually. King Snuggle, how you doing? Okay, Ardern wants censorship to prevent anyone discussing online how she needs hanging for her involvement in genocide of the Kiwis. I would agree with that. Carl said, have you researched gematria? I've done a little bit here and there, but I haven't gotten too much into it. I'm just trying to keep up with what's going on right now, to be honest. Hey, Stuart, how you going? Sunflower says, turning into every 80s, 90s cartoon and film where an evil genius wants to destroy the world. It is, isn't it? David said Clive Palmer is rotten, vote One Nation or Independent. Well, the independents are Young Global. Don't trust them. So then One Nation, that's all we got. Missy T said, any more Ians in the house? I said, God bless, have no one wants nuclear World War III. It's written, and when God the Father, Yahweh, gives the orders, it'll come to pass. I never mince my words. I never lie. It'll come to pass that no one wants. Oh, definitely something's going to happen. But it won't succeed. It won't. I don't think it's going to land. I think it's going to be shot, but I don't think it's going to land. It's going to get blown. That's what I think. Selena said, hey, heaven sent, don't rule out the, sabotaging that pipeline. They'll kill their own citizens, put nothing past them. Well, if they did it with help from NATO, and they're trying to join NATO. So, hey, Judy, how you doing? Missy said, please stand up. Will the real Ian please stand up? Please stand up. Please stand up. Shannon said, that CC as a line just means control and taking your money. Exactly. King Snurgle said, hi, everyone. The gas being cut off from Europe is such a big deal. Things are really hotting up in the genocide part 2 arena. Yeah, I think we're getting to the very edge now. I think we're really, really, once that does happen, that'll be the end for them, or the beginning of the end for them, or the middle of the end for them. It'll be the end of them. Out to lunch said Pinky and the Brain comes to mind, sunflower. Patty Burns said Walter Veith, amazing discoveries on YouTube series. Crete to Malta, a must watch. Oh, really? I'll write it down. Get all my newspapers and everything out of the way. I went every direction this week finding news. So we got Walter, Veith, amazing discoveries. I'll try and watch it. I don't always get to watch everything, so... George said there should have been a length of time someone can serve as an MP. Yes, term limits, definitely. There are too many career politicians, and that's how they get in. They infiltrate through career politicians. I don't know why I've got 114 watching, when I normally get about 50. So thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it. You think America, Germany, and others were all in agreement regarding the pipeline's destruction? You never know. Deb said blank, blank, blank. Dave said they're creating a recipe for revolution. Yeah, but it's not going to go the way they hope it will. They want it to go the Great Reset, and everyone seems to be going the other way. Everyone's turning away from that. Nobody wants it. Anne said, what's gematria, the mother of all germs? Judy said, love you guys. Darren said, do the subs come after the pipeline, Red October? We're in it. Well, it's just started here in Australia, October. It is the 1st. So overnight, after midnight in the UK and after midnight in the US, it's Red October. I said, once nuclear starts in the Great Tribulation, the wrath of Almighty God, the wicked will perish forth. You reap what you sow. Sunflower said, interesting that Poland and Denmark's new pipelines. That's it. They opened the day they sabotaged the Nord Stream. They did. They had it ready to go. It was planned, definitely. Richard Kemp says, video of Bill Gates will reveal his evil ways soon. Yep. David says, spot on Australia captured for the NWO since 1933. Yep. Hey, Burnaby Lee, how you going? Anne said, I think there's a couple of subs lurking in chat, lol. Check out the info pipeline. I said, I warned the elites in Australia, you know who you are, from murder, torture, battery, stitch-ups, falsify reports, cover-ups. You'll be deadly sorry, be warned. The koala. Love the koalas. Oh, I saw a kangaroo down the end of the street 2 days ago. Couldn't believe it. The first kangaroo I've seen since being here. The further out you go in the country, like the more you see them. But I was just like driving down the road and I was like, I saw a kangaroo hopping past. Darren said, Liz Truss's think about signing up to a new political union with the EU. Oh, yep. See, it's all coming together like a boil, right? It's going to explode. It's horrible to put it that way, but that's what it's like. King Snuggle said, by blowing up the Russian gas pipelines in the Baltic Sea, it makes the pipeline through Ukraine more important in the future, pressurizing everyone to stay on board with the entire war crap. Yeah. Alex said, they're bloody everywhere, young global leaders. Yeah, but there's not just young global leaders. They have another subgroup called the Young Global Shapers. They're influential people. Influencers like TikTok and Instagram, and some of them, others work in business. So go and watch Amazing Polly on Rumble, honestly. Go back through her videos and find Young Global Leaders and Young Global Shapers. Very interesting video, that one. Kirsten said, all politicians are sitting in treason, even though Pauline and Malcolm, etc., are fighting for us. None have come out and told the sleeping that this is a foreign-owned corporate government, not for us. I think they can't do it all at once. They have to, work their way, slowly release it. Do you know what I mean? They can't just bring everything out. The truth just can't until people are prepped for it. Do you know what I mean? Because it really would. The truth would drive some people absolutely insane. So, yeah, and I agree with you though, Kirsten. Like, I agree, people need to be told, but I think that will come along in time. I said, Great Tribulation, Five Eyes Australia, boom. Yep. Hey, Ruff, how you doing? Oh, what is Truth said, Hev, tearing it up. Good on you guys. Hit the like button, y'all. I tried, because it's been all week. I've been listening to all this news. There are things I haven't mentioned that I have forgotten. But in the scheme of things, that's pretty much what is happening. So, yeah, I tried to bring it all the whole week together to try and give you what I could in the news. So, because it is a big week. Carol said, yeah, Alex, they've been infiltrating us for years. Yep. Kirsten said, eyes to see. What a day that'll be, hun. King Snurgle said, sad to think that pretty much every person in government positions are going along with the Talmudic takeover and destruction of Europe because they have blackmail information on them. Yeah, exactly. Selena said, 90 watch and only 51 likes. We can do better. If you can, hit the thumbs up. If you don't like me, hit the thumbs down. I don't care. Love Bug, please pray for me. I'm about to lose my apartment. I'm so afraid. Oh, Love Bug. I'm sorry. We will pray for you. Everyone pray for Love Bug not to lose their apartment or to find when one door closes, another door opens. But just pray that they don't lose their apartment. Richard said the money is now worthless. Yep. Yeah, people are sicko, aren't they? They really are. Sending love, Bug. Yeah. Everyone's praying. There you go. Sending love and praying for you. There you go. Yep, we will. Don't you worry. Hey, Menacing Muskrat, how you going? Shannon said I call her condescending rice. Yes, she is. But even, yeah, they were talking, like they've all planned this for a long time. And the reason that people don't notice it is because not only do they compartmentalize everything, so they've got people working on different things. They don't know they don't see the big picture, right? Because they're only working on separate things. And it all comes together and they do it little bit by little bit. So people don't notice as they're taking our rights and putting more rules and laws in. It's ridiculous. So, hey, Street Rod Dodge, how you doing? That Finland chick needs a few more boosters. Oh, no. Yeah, she'll be gone. David says, seemed fairly obvious to me who blew the hole in the pipeline. Yeah, I think most people, well, anyone who's awake is going to start wondering about that. But surely it's got to in people who are asleep, even they have to start thinking like, what's going on? Surely. I'm just waiting for that day. Sherry said, prayers, Love Bug. Hey, Brian PC, we could add Nancy is so invested she can't talk. Or she was so drunk in that one. I was like, she's like Biden nearly now when she's talking. But not only her, Kamala Harris the other day was talking about being friends with North Korea now, that they're allies or something. I think she meant South, but she misspoke. Who knows? She might have meant North Korea. Honestly, who knows? Demelza said, Love Bug, so sorry to hear that. Where do you currently live? And Weezy's saying hello to Brian, and Missy's saying hello to Brian. David said, everything is topsy-turvy in Satan's playground. Yeah. And everything they say, like when they say, like Jacinda Ardern said, We value freedom of speech, but in the next sentence, she was talking about misinformation and disinformation. Well, it's one or the other. You can let people talk, and whether they have disinformation or misinformation, it'll be found out in the end. And not only that, people with stupid ideas, and there's people with smarter ideas, and people will work out for themselves which ideas they want to follow. But that's not what they want, see. They want to guide us all in one direction. You're not allowed to look out there. No, don't question. Just don't look out there. Stay with us. That's what they want. Demel's is saying, hi, Brian. How you all doing? Good. How are you? Hear ye, Mr. Personal Computer. Out to lunch. Is there a black market on plastic straws? Going to buy up a lot and sell them to some folks in Cali. Oh, dear. Okay, tired, but here, yeah, I've had a tiring week, my goodness. But what I think I might do is the next couple of days I might come in, because I don't have to go back now till Tuesday. So I may, it depends on, because I watch Wheezy on Sunday mornings. Depending on when he finishes, I may come on and do a live afterwards. And on Monday I'll do a live as well to try and catch up with the news. And then I'll skip the days that I'm looking after the kids, and yeah, from there on we'll just see where we go from there. Darren said, I think the poop pics were banned as misinformation. Always, he said, just played the GIF. King Snurgle said, Heinz, Henry Kissinger planned all this quite openly, been doing it for decades. By not stopping him, humanity has become responsible for its own destruction. Yeah, well, a lot of us didn't know. Like, I didn't know until about 14, 15 years. I don't even know how long it's been. 16 years now. I don't know. Somewhere between 14 and 16 years ago, I didn't know anything, really. Like, I questioned things here and there, but wasn't awake, you know what I mean? And then started waking up very quickly and, oh, shoot. And then I started trying to tell everyone, but everyone just thinks you're crazy, and they believe mainstream news and the government. Mainstream news has a lot to answer for, because they're the ones who are giving, talk about mis and disinformation, they're the ones giving it to everybody, making them think all, weird shit. Missy said most have passed away. Oh. Mrs. T says, like the drill for 9/11. Yeah, there's always a drill, okay? Even in, what was it, in Sydney quite a few years ago, the police were having a drill, and then there was a shooter, an active shooter. Do you believe it? David said, no country without a shoreline in the North Atlantic can be an authentic member of NATO. Yeah, there was something else. Something else. Oh, thank you, Shannon. I appreciate that. Oh, God love you. Kirsten said, out to lunch. I bought up big at the $2 shop, the bendy ones. Oh, good on you. Weezy said, shout out to Shannon. God love you. Rudy said, Missy, T-type 713. Alex said, that happens loads here, and the government paid for all their computers and mobile phones to commit that grooming. Well, it's funny because you know who PayPal allow on their site without a problem? Pedos. The ones that call themselves MAPS, okay? They're allowed on there. But if they don't like what you say, you're not, and I'm not. So just because they're doing that, and because they have deleted a lot of other people, I'm going, well, see ya. I said all buildings across Australia, including bridges and tunnels, are all coming down. Boom, Almighty God will bring everything down. Divine Disruptor said, booms, incoming, buckle up. This ride has just begun and the bumps will be incredible. In a stand, we won. Watch and see. Yeah, exactly, Divine Disruptor. Mrs. said, definitely Polo Grusia. I don't know how to say that. King Snowball said the large trees in the distant background are rarely moving. Oh, did you notice? Shannon said, how many trees are getting the chop to make those straws seem a little sus to me? Yeah, exactly. Well, everything's paper. If you get now takeaway, like paper straws, I know KFC are doing, you know how they used to include a napkin and a spoon and the wet wipe? Well, they now do it in paper. It comes in a little paper satchel thing, and the spoon is paper cardboard. It's weird. They still got the little wet wipe in there though. Demelza said silly buggers. Kirsten said MSM is theatre. It is. It really is. Out to lunch said hollow bones of a lefty. Brian PC said crikey, today's weather was like that here, the softies, lol. It's cold here today. Like I was down the mountain yesterday where it was nice, but it was cold up here. And today is just cold again. David said, please, God, don't bring down the doors, Phil, cut bridge when we're riding over it soon. Yeah, don't bring down the bridges while people are on it. Do it in the middle of the night. Alex said there was another MSM like that years ago, but pretend to be in wartime and they were in a studio. Yeah, I remember that. And they kept on putting the hard hats on like bombs are going off. Dear God. I said, I sense the elites, i.e. intel agencies, are watching. They'll be deadly sorry they were warned. Hey, Gia Loft, how you doing? Sending love and prayers from the Free Republic of Florida. South Florida got the worst of the storm. Up here in North Florida, we barely got hit. Oh, good. You're in North and you barely got hit? Yeah, I don't know where Wheezy is in that, but yeah, I've seen some photos from Wheezy. That was interesting. Menacing Muskrat said, when I was working for a high school, I made students watch a movie called The Rabbit Foot Fence. It was about the Australian Aboriginal nation, real eye-opener. Oh, really? Out to lunch said, Shannon Spear, the straws are made out of used toilet paper, probably. Oh, no. Shannon said, okay, lip readers, do your thing. It was me saying, yep, Mum, can I ring you back? Okay, love you, Mum. Bye. Demelza said, theatre of the absurd. Oh, thank you, Brian PC. I appreciate that. Oh, God love you. Deb said, I think in America is 21 legal. I don't know. Sorry, guys. Divine Disruptor said Newsom was hung by the neck till pronounced dead. The actor playing him is doing a very good job showing the world what they've been doing. Enjoy the show. Yep. Well, okay. Did you hear about Bruce Willis? He is giving permission for them to use deep fake video of him to make another movie because he's just been diagnosed with some medical condition that he can't do any more films, I think. Do you remember when I was saying like Biden and all this, some of these people look like CGI? Deep fake. And I don't know if anyone's seen a deep fake, but they're good. You really cannot really tell whether it is the person talking or it's a deep fake. It's really hard to know. But I'm sure if there's a way to produce a deep fake, there would also be a way to recognize through that same program whether that, you know how, okay, if you get Adobe and you put layers and layers like Barack Obama's birth certificate, they could peel the layers off, right? What was inserted into that? Maybe they can do the same thing. But you have to have that technology to be able to do it. Who knows? But it's a thought, okay? Demelza said Menacing, that was such a moving film. I haven't seen it. I'm going to have to watch that. What was it called? The Rabbit Foot Fence. Hang on. I think I've heard of it. Kirsten said, out to lunch, you'll find plastic straws at $2 shops. So cheap shops, you know, the real cheap shops. Geoloff said, I'm a few minutes late, just finished bracing my grandma cactus and super canes. Other than that, and some ponding water here and there. We're all safe. Oh, good. Deb said, I thought Mum was calling into the shop for the live. King Snurgle said, when this was ignored by everyone, humanity agreed to go along with the genocide, barely a peep from anyone. CDC Chair Carol Baker promotes white genocide in USA as a strategy to stop vaccine refusal. Wow. Richard said, Barron is the true king. You never know. Shannon said, you can get silicon and metal straws. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like them. But I don't really drink with a straw. I just drink out of a glass. I don't know. Odysee said, 2 intel agencies, I do believe nuclear war is going to kick off very soon and will come to pass, including God's judgment, the great tribulation. I never mince my words, be warned, wicked people. King Snurgle said, Richard, all of the Trumps. I'd agree to disagree with you, King Snurgle. We'll find out soon. David said, Baron Trump is a name, Baron is a title, and Jesus is the king, really? Dana said, there's a reason they have labelled parents pair rent. A pair of adults renting a child. They see children as belonging to the state while renting them for several years. Interesting, isn't it? Definitely. Shannon said, Baron is well travelled through time. Kirsten says, 107 says they are not wanting a civil war. That's what the DS wants, praying for America. Yes. Demelza said, yes, Dana, the minute our parents register our birth and we got a social security number, we become property of the government. Yep. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. David said, the state takes possession of your fictitious corporate identity at birth, as described on your birth certificate with your name in all capital letters, a corporate name. Yeah. Isn't that your straw man, a dead name? Capitals? Alex said, yeah, and we become slaves to the system, Demelza. David said, we're not property. My name is spelt in my birth certificate as you see it on your screen, capital letters only on the lead letter. Okay. Menacing Muskrat said they want Baphomets. Buggers. Yep. Alex says generational parents, grandparents made to believe that was the way. Exactly. Geoloff said, for the curious, everything in Florida from Daytona Beach and to the north, very light damage from miles south of Disney World and down to Fort Lauderdale, but not Miami or the Keys, heavy damage. Okay, good. Okay, that's good to know. David Morgan said, register ownership of your corporate ID and reclaim your living self by registering at the International Common Law Court. Flyby Stu said, Hev, you're awesome. Oh, thank you. I felt like I was really not ready for this morning. Like I thought, I don't think I've got everything. But look, I'm only one person. I can't have everything. You know what I mean? Kirsten said, Demel's a YouTube Sasha Stone in conversation with Bibi Bacchus, approximately 33 minutes, mind-blowing. Alex said, I hope you and your family stay safe. Geoloft. Yeah, I was thinking of Geoloft too, because I know Geoloft's in Florida. So I was thinking of Geoloft and Wheezy and just thinking, God, I hope they're all right, you know, and family and everything, you know. David said, Rogues Gallery. Demelza said, someone said this week when archaeologists dig up our skeletons in year to come, they'll only find males or females. Exactly. That they know by the bones. Your bones tell if you're male or female. So not only can people just look down their pants and find out if they're male or female, but your bones also are built differently. So Becky G said, Biden said if you live in a state prone to hurricanes, the best thing you can do is prepare to get the jab. I did hear that, Becky, and I'm like, that doesn't even make sense. They're still trying to push it for any reason whatsoever now. Climate change, get that. What's it going to do? Prevent climate change from hitting you because you've had that? Hang on. Is that going to prevent a hurricane from hitting you? Demelza said, Kirsten, thanks for the heads up. Yeah, David, WF is going down. Out to lunch said, if there are no boob bones, it's male. No, the hips, everything is different on a female to a male. I think, do men have an extra rib bone than a female? I'm not sure. But anyway, I don't know. I might have just heard somewhere. But no, the male's bones are different than female bones. So they can tell the size of them, the thickness of them, everything about them. How the hips sit, everything. Menacing Muskrat said Trudeau and Singh are both falling in here in Canada. Good. Yep, I knew what you meant, Demelza. Kirsten said chromosomes tell you only 2. Exactly. And they don't like that fact. They can't. They've got no comeback. They can say how they feel all they like, but logically there's no comeback to there are only 2 sexes, okay? And you do have the odd one that's into, in the middle, a hermaphrodite, whatever you want to call them. There are the odd ones, but they're very, very rare. Menacing Muskrat said, go Pierre and Mad Max. Guess what I watched this week? Stranger Things, season 4. Oh, my goodness. And I cried. I'm sitting there laughing at myself going, it's just a TV show, woman. Why are you crying? It's because they brought a new guy in and then, no. Kirsten Moore said, Demelza, you saw my YouTube info for you. Hey, John, how you going? David said, these people are actually making utter clowns of themselves in front of the entire universe. They are. And everything is exposing more and more. That's, So we're just waiting for other people and then this to happen, which is going to happen soon. And it's going to be big and it's going to be scary. But it's going to be interesting too to see how it all turns out. Everyone's saying hello to John. Alex said, I wish more people would see it, David. Yeah, seriously. Alex said, don't forget to hit the likes, folks. Yeah. Hit them if you like. If not, do that one. I don't care. David said, I'm beyond baffled why anyone can't see it. Alex, I am too. I just can't believe it. Hey, Maria, how you doing? Geloff said, Alex, don't believe the hype and lamestream sales. I live right on the Atlantic Ocean. We had hard surf, pound the beach and piers, knock over some trees and gusty winds, sometimes low tornado speed. Wow. Menacing Muskrat said, like, share and subscribe. Yeah. Alex said, I know, David. Pat said, the land belongs to nobody. It's all man's to share. It is. Shannon said, Muskrat of Menace. David said, those sou'westers can get pretty strong in your neck of the woods, Alex. I know, I've been there. Yeah. Yeah, in the UK, they get those, in England, in Ireland, I think. They get those massive waves coming in. Out to lunch, said David, does a person under hypnosis know they're barking like a dog? Maybe something like that. Yeah, menacing muskrat. Yeah, exactly. And manipulation. They could manipulate something to be worse than it should be too. So they can excite the atmosphere around a storm and make it worse. And cloud seeding is actually coming out mainstream now. People should know in Australia because they've been cloud seeding the snowy mountains for years to try and make it snow. To get the right conditions for snow, because it's a tourist destination. So how do people not know that they do manipulate the weather? Anyway. Geloff said there, but where lamestream should be hyper-focused, they don't want to report it because it's a lot worse than they've reported. The press told everyone Tampa was 100% the target. Oh, okay. Menacing Muskrat said, hello, the Spear of Shannon. How are you doing? That's a good comeback. David said, honestly, don't know. Out to lunch. I've never been hypnotised. People have tried, but they can't do it. Me either. I was, okay. I went for hypnosis once, right? To help get over trauma, okay? And I was sitting there And I had my eyes shut, and, he's going, relax, and all this stuff. And I'm trying not to laugh. I had my eyes shut, and I could feel my mouth, like, just go into a big smile. And I was trying my hardest not to laugh. And at the end, they said, oh, how do you feel? I said, oh, yeah, pretty relaxed. That's about it. But they can't. Alex said, I know the MSM can blow a lot of things out of proportion, but I'm glad you and your family are okay, G. Loft. Yep. David said, Paul McCartney once said he saw a dog barking flowers. I can dig that. I did LSD back in the day too. Out to lunch said, David, I can't say I've never have been myself, so I don't know either. G. Loft said, Alex, so everyone went to the south of Tampa Bay into Port Charlotte and Fort Myers, both major retirement cities, and they got absolutely destroyed. But the press isn't covering any of it. Really? Wow. Alex said, yeah, PayPal are getting out of control. The view into the future if we go digital, with an MP openly said in Parliament that as we head towards a digital currency, don't know who said it. Oh, really? Shannon says, smart technology, they will be able to turn it on and off at will. Well, I heard with smart homes, if the computer recognizes an emergency, it locks every door. So what if you're inside and a fire starts inside? You're locked in unless you get through a window. I don't know. It doesn't seem smart to me at all. And plus, I don't want stuff or everything connected to the internet. It's easier for everyone to hack. My God. It's not smart, it's stupid. Darren says, smart homes have cameras and will connect to smart cities. Your every movement will be watched by AI to ensure you toe the line. Yeah. Imagine getting locked in your home. Okay, because the government, you've done something wrong, right? You get locked in your home. And then a fire starts and you're locked in your home. What are they going to do with windows? Are they going to put windows that you can't smash in the windows? Right, like real thick glass or something, or perspex or something? Because that's the first place I'd be heading for, is a window. Especially if those doors lock and you can't get out, and you just want to hope to God you're not in a high-rise apartment somewhere, because then you can't jump out the window. I mean, this is dangerous. This is really dangerous. In fact, high-rises are dangerous in themselves anyway because they're a fire hazard. That's just my opinion. Shannon said, I'm good, my favourite muskrat. David said, maybe I should hypnotise someone and tell them to bark. Why am I beeping? Watch live now. Oh, okay, someone else has gone live. David said, maybe I should hypnotise someone and tell them to bark out to lunch and tell them to bark, then wake them up and ask if they remember all in the name of science. Of course, you understand. Out to lunch said, turn your heat down or air warmer lights off at a certain time. Oh, really? Yeah, they would too. They were trying to do that not long ago to people. I can't remember where it was. They were saying you can't run your air conditioning or your heater between these times, and I can't remember where it was. Alex said, that's devastating, Geoloft, and they never cover what's actually happening. Same old, same old. Wasn't that the same with the Nord Stream pipeline? Weren't they, I heard they weren't covering it at first. I don't know. Menacing Muskrat said, oh, David, I took a very expensive course, TM. We had to do a hypnosis part. Everyone was being hypnotized, but they couldn't do nothing to me. I had to go back to them several times, lol. Darren said, 37 people haven't hit the like yet. Pat said she never got the notification. Okay, so some people are and some aren't. Kirsten said, I always share with you, Hev, in my groups, both national and overseas. Where we go, on we go. Good on you, Kirsten. Cynthia said, good girl, get your rest. Oh, yeah, I need it. So, yeah, after having, it's nearly like a job, you know what I mean? Like, I've got to go out for 8 hours a day, and but I'm sitting in my daughter's house, so it's not like a job. But just being out that long, you know, it's been such a long time because I've been so unwell. Oh, yeah, Coolio died the other day, another one who's apparently supposed to be exposing child abuse. Sudden heart attack, apparently. For those who don't know, Coolio was the one who sang Gangster's Paradise. Yeah. Geoloff said, type in Ian death toll 6 weeks from now. I bet the number will be extremely high because most people living in that area haven't had any storms for 100 years. Most residents are plus 60. Oh, no. Really? They're steering them too, you know. That's why I say that they can put energy up into the atmosphere to excite, but they can also steer them, storms. But they don't use it for good. So they don't get the desert areas and make it rain over there. You know what I mean? Well, some of them they do where they've already built. They might. David said, they just can't get me under Musgrave. I run an alternative narrative in my head to avoid their focus. Your bird can sing, but you don't get me. Wheezy. Gary said, I know what happened, Hev. We all love you and wanted to see you, and that destroyed the anti-love algorithm. Oh, good. Yeah, because it's been a long time since I've seen over 100 people on the stream at the same time. So I know they've been holding back the numbers because it goes up to say 24 and they drop it back to like 13. While you're watching the live stream, when I'm doing the intro, I can watch how many people are watching and then how many drop out, like how many they drop. And they do it with bigger streams, bigger streamers, they do it with bigger numbers. So out to lunch to the hurricane has made northeast Mississippi beautiful. Oh, really? The weather, that is. Okay. Alex said UK is getting the tail end of Ian now. Go now, GL off. Maybe it was man-made. Pardon me, I just have to burp. David said no, maybe a misprint, loving and kindness. Or maybe loving and kindness have been a conjunction. Hello, Mama Nikki. How you doing? Oh, I heard, I seen something. Frantic Missy is still alive. She's okay. Okay. I saw something. Someone sent me a screenshot of something, and then I did see a tweet. Wheezy said it was bad. Have lol, I about shit myself. Put clips on my Twitter. Oh, I'll go and have a look, Wheezy. Oh, so it was bad where you are. Okay. David said, never been a conjunction, loving kindness. Has to be a misprint. Nicey Glover said, Ian is hitting us here in Columbia, SC right now. Yes, there has been serious damage, but haven't been able to confirm any loss of life. Okay. Keep me posted. Yeah, I'll go and check Wheezy's out too. Shannon said, Putin is the good guy and always liberating Ukraine from the DS clutches. Yeah. Wheezy said, yes, have we carried our chickens out? Oh, good. Worried about the chickens too, I was, believe it or not. God love the chickens. They're your food. Shannon says, still ain't changed your avatar back, Alex. Geoloff said a whole lot of people are thinking it was controlled storm because of the way the press was calling it a Cat 4 or Cat 5 before it was even a tropical depression. Do they have a crystal ball? Yeah. I definitely, think it was engineering, you know. Darren said it was von der Leyen on her back that said they had ways to deal with Italy. Oh, okay, there you go. Thank you, Darren. They had ways to deal with Italy. Go Italy. Anne said, no, you can look it up online. In Bible, it's one word. Oh, okay. Kirsten said, loft, yes, they do witchcraft. Alex said, Liz Truss just been given loads of votes of no confidence. Not that. That will make any difference. Yep. Hey, Katrina, how you doing? From Tasmania. Oh, good on you. I hope you are well too. David said Ursula von der Leyen threatened Italy. Yeah, there you go. Then Italian patriots took down the EU flag and raised the Italian one. Way to go, Italy. God bless you. Yes. Go, Italy. Now the rest of us have to try and follow. Nicely Glover said, as far as who blew up the pipeline, who yelled the loudest? Who is to gain? There's our answers. Yeah. Shannon said they've been controlling weather since the 50s. Weather weapons are real. Exactly. Alex said, I like my Neo pick for now, Shannon. King Snurgle said the Italian Prime Minister was pushing the passports as hard as anyone not long ago. All government... Oh, they've changed the Italian Prime Minister. They voted in a right one. Just the other day. King Snurgle. You reckon even Putin's in on it? Oh, I don't know. I'll agree to disagree with you, King Snurgle. Menacing Muskrat said Vatican answers to the Rothschilds and Rockefellers. Yep. Shannon said they may see... oh, God, now I've got a frog stuck in my throat. Shannon said they may see Neo. I only see Calander. Darren said if Truss signs a new EU agreement, she will get more than a vote of no confidence. Faye said these planes that fly into the hurricane, they're really gathering data, or are they seeding the storm? Just a thought. Yeah, exactly. That's a really good point, Faith. Very good point. Menacing Muskrat said the Pope kissing their rings. Yeah, they did too, didn't they? The Pope kissed the Rothschild ring hand. I said have all currencies will cease and crash and be worthless, including Bitcoin, XRP, and unknown currencies very soon. Intel by December the 13th as the WEF is pushing. Yeah, I think something will surface. Pat said Grace Tyne is Australia's Greta Thunberg. Some nasty stare, same initials. Yeah. Oh, same nasty stare. Yes, same initials. Yep. Yeah. Alex said, I saw it being followed from Cuba. There was so much coverage about it. Is it normal to have that many press conferences, Geoloft? That's why people thought they were trying to cover up the Nord Stream thing, because that overtook everything else. I'm not sure, though. Geoloft said the MSM called that a burst of clouds would be a hurricane. The basic track of it a week before it came, an organised storm. At least some group juiced it up and steered it. Yeah. Kirsten said Rod Cullerton of the GAP party, he's done the legwork going to and from the UK fighting for our true constitution of 1901. Yeah, good on him, Rod Cullerton. Mama Nikki said the DOD posted on Twitter today trolling are, in my opinion, an underwater team. Really? I said, Hev, I'm sorry you say that Almighty has warned many nuclear strikes on many cities and countries, billions will perish. I see that as a kind of nihilistic view of things. That's just how I see it. There's always hope. Geoloff said, Alex, totally not normal for the press and government to know everything about a hurricane before it even becomes a storm front. Like I said, unless they have a crystal ball, it was man-made. Katrina said they join the councils and then step into politics. Yeah, and it all of our, like, from low down to high up has been infiltrated. So down to our local councils, it's all been infiltrated. That's how they get. Yeah, I agree with you, Katrina. Definitely. Davis said, Pinky, who's that Brain? Brain, that's Bill Gates of Microsponge Pinky. He's into world domination too. Rudy says it's 7:02 p.m. Alex said, I saw today that ex-smokers over 55 are being urged to get lung test scans. Maybe another cover for the injuries. Probably. Yeah, Katrina, 1933, interesting number, isn't it? Weezy said kangaroo fillets. Yeah, well, if I had to leave my home, any animal is up for grabs. Can you eat kangaroo? Yes, they sell it in our shops here, yeah. Alex said there was almost non-stop coverage for like 4 or 5 days before it hit, and I don't remember ever seeing that before, except seeing it on Twitter, not live coverage for days. Wow. I said, Hev, I know you don't want this to happen, but it's not what you or me want. It's going to happen if you like it or not. Hell on earth soon. I'll never mince my words. Get saved, honey bunny, with Christ. I think we're already in hell on earth. And I think we've been in it for a while. I just see we're in a different spot than you eyes. That's all. I think we're further along than you think. That's all. That's all. That's the only place I agree to disagree, is in the timeline of this. David said, Liz, Truss trees in Europe as a continent. Britain is an island. No EU. Yeah. Yeah, Grace Tame. Ugh. I don't even like saying a name. Horrible. Horrible person. Faye said, Alex, why ex-smokers, I wonder? These people are beyond sick. Shannon said, I love Amazing Polly. So do I. She's great. David's so cool seeing a kangaroo. Have I feel that way when I see a moose? Yeah. Well, I just hadn't seen one, or I hadn't maybe been paying attention to see one. But yeah, as I was driving down the street, I just saw one. And I'm like, hey. I see them when I go out, like to my friends' houses, you know, who are out in the country. Kirsten said, Red October, read, as in read. Red ink on your bank statements, not just us, but the elites, big corporations, from a Patriot, SGN on. Okay. Interesting, Kirsten. Alex said, Amazing Polly has so much information. I haven't seen her for a while, though. I must catch up. You've got to search for her. She doesn't come up in my news feed like a news feed. I have to actually search for Amazing Polly to find her. I don't know what's going on. That's on Rumble. I don't know. George said, Liz Truss thinks she's another Maggie Thatcher. Oh, God. Menacing Muskrat said, Revelation 6:6, and I heard a voice in the midst of the 4 beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny. And see, thou hurt not the oil and the wine. Out to lunch, said David. I imagine that is cool. Geoloff said, did you guys see the pictures the Russians took of a super high-tech drone submarine boat that was found by the ruptured Nord Stream pipeline? No one, even military Navy, has seen it before. Really? There you go. Yeah, it's going to get very interesting, Geoloft, I think. Darren said they want the image of climate disasters to be printed in your mind with the idea of it being man-made. Yeah. They don't want us to know it's man-made. They just want us to believe climate change is, going berserk, when they're the ones playing with it. Menacing Muskrat said, I wonder if the Almighty is talking oil is in gas and petroleum. Could be. Hey, old school Pete. Kangaroos are cool, but nothing beats the beauty of wild haggis in flight. Haggis in flight, sorry. I don't know how I read that. A as an O, haggis. Alex said, yeah, I know. I have no idea, Faith. I saw it earlier, thought the same, but then thought, Jabka up? You never know. Shannon said, kangaroo is delicious, and yes, they settle at the shops here. Very gamey taste. Yeah, I haven't tried it. I might have to. Old School Pete said, anywho, hello, Australians, etc. How you going, Old School Pete? Hey, Wyatt from Arizona. How you doing? Pat says she has 92 likes there. Good on you guys. Thank you. Appreciate that. Alex said, maybe because non-smokers or ex-smokers now have lung damage due to the germ. I don't know. Interesting to keep your eyes on that one too. I said, I feel left out and alone on this channel. My too. Oh, Eyes, you're not out and left alone. Other people agree with you. I just think we're in a different spot on timeline, if you want to put it that way. We're already in, and we have been for 70 years. The UN's been running things for 70 years. That's all. Face at 103 likes. Oh, good on you guys. I appreciate it. That. Everyone's saying hello. Face at Alex, that I would believe for sure. GLoff said, Alex, absolutely 100% correct. Never has there been coverage of a storm like that before. The modelling isn't that accurate. Someone trying to gain super valuable real estate for pennies on the dollar. Yeah. Out to lunch said compartmentalized. It's the same as, say, if they're working on a high-tech something that can damage things, right? They'll have people working on one part of it over here, people working on another part of it over there, and none of these little workers know what the ultimate end is for this thing. Do you get what I mean? When you used to have people building things from beginning to end, now there's only maybe a couple of people at the top that know what the thing is, you know what I mean? So, and they just get people to make the bits and pieces for it. King Snurgle said all euro currencies dropped 22%. USA dollar increased in value by 22%. Global banking using strong dollar to do a Blackstone, BlackRock on all EU assets, including the people. I heard about that actually. Yes, the pound fell. Shannon said, "Lol, I was just threw Honey Bunny in with religious texts. Lol." God love him. Katrina says, does anyone believe Melissa Caddick Mail is a psyop for this time? I don't know who that is. David said, prayers, love bug. Pat Ryan said, eyes, you are not alone, remember? No, you're never alone. Hey, Timmy. How you doing? Greetings, everyone. I got a new boxer puppy this week, and the vet almost gave her a dog form of the... Oh, no. Then she scoffed at me and I said, no, finding a new vet now. Good on you, Timmy. Yeah. Yeah, don't let them do it. No, because they just... I think it gives the animals cancer. A lot of what they do to them. Shannon said, don't worry, eyes. The Lord is with you and you're never alone. Oh, God love you, Shannon. Alex said, so brazen of them, Geoloft. Rudy says, 7:09 p.m. in Houston, Texas now. Old School Pete said, oh, now I get it. Hello, Wyatt Earp. Laura Starr said, Camilla was like, it's so close, such an airhead. She is. That's like, there's always time to do the things we do today, anytime. And you're like, what the is that word salad, mate? I'm sick of people just word salading everything, you know. Oh, I hope I don't do it, or I'm going to look like a hypocrite. King Snurgle said the global bankers all wearing small hats, not white or black ones, are doing exactly what the Rothschilds did to England after Waterloo. They rerun their same plans endlessly. They do that, yes, I would agree. They run the same plan over and over again. I've got hair in my mouth. I said, Shannon, I've not said honey bunny. Alex said, hey, Timmy. Geoloff said, could a major company buy a hurricane? Did a major company buy that hurricane? No, but they can buy any of the tech that do you know that, was it Volkswagen? Volkswagen have got a machine that destroys hail for their car yards where they manufacture their cars or hold them so that they don't get hail damage. And it's like all I can say is it's like a shortened cannon that blows something into the atmosphere that stops the hail. Dries it up, maybe? I don't know. Geoloff said, could a major... yep, I just was talking about that one. Yeah, so private companies can buy the actual tech. Great, that's all we need. I said, I want a spanner. I'm sorry, guys. I got the ladies. That's it for now. David says, seems possible in theory, at least, Geoloft. Yep. Alex said, maybe they've patented a virus, Geoloft. They wouldn't do that, would they? King Snuggle said, those that bought you Bolshevism are bringing it again to the whole of Europe yet again. Russia learned from it. It was the trial run, but Putin is still a puppet. He was up until, I think, oh, hang on a sec. Thank you, Timmy. I appreciate that. I'm shutting my PayPal down at the end of October. So anyone who wants to know, that's what's happening. Again, King Snuggle, I will agree. Just I'd say he was, but things have changed. We'll find out really soon. I'll guarantee you. Shannon said it's written just up there, eyes. Oh, don't fight, guys. Gary said, know what happened, Hev? We all love you and want to see you, and that destroyed the anti-love algorithm. King Snuggle said Bolshevism Mark 1 was a trial. Oh, hang on, did I go backwards? Or are comments coming through twice? Okay, hang on. Bolshevism Mark 1 was a trial run for what is happening today. Certain people being allowed to openly discuss genocide of all whites. It just isn't getting any media attention. Yeah, I've heard things that people have said, and it's been like, that's disgusting. Seriously. Whether they are aimed at white people, black people, Asian people, there's no need. King Snuggle said foreigners purposely swamping out EU that know what they are there for. Yep. Pat said that drill would have been Martin Place. That's it. Yes, Martin Place in Sydney. A few years ago, there's apparently a man with a shotgun as they were doing a drill. That just happened to go live, and the media reported it as a real live thing. PSYOPs. Alex said, I saw a picture of the Queen's new tombstone the other day and thought for something that had just been engraved, it sure looked very dusty with what looked like paw prints all over it. Really? That's interesting. I just said that whole comment with smoke in my mouth. Menacing Muskrat says 6 o'clock news and 11 o'clock news. We were definitely programmed. I remember as a kid, couldn't say a word when the news was on. I remember that too. Shh, the news is on. I'd be going, rolling your eyes, walking out, trying to find something to do, as a kid. Geoloff said, the wonderful part of the whole Florida story is all the insurance companies either cancelled all homeowners' policies this year or totally left Florida this year. Why? What did they know? They knew it was coming because they've got things planned way in advance. Katrina said, Sydney Opera House is a target by white hats. Fair enough, yep. King Snuggle said white people have already freely given up ownership of their children. They're now next on the hit list. People don't understand the rules of karma being used against them. Yeah. Darren said, Alex, her coffin was made over 30 years ago, so maybe the stone was too. Rudy says 7:16 p.m. in Houston, Texas now. Shannon said, all sun here at the moment, no moistness. And guess what I've got? Lots of moistness. It is a drizzly, miserable day today with a top of 9 degrees Celsius. So the fire's going, and I'm sitting here in my big puffy jacket. Xenotron said there's a lot of dirty money and fake businesses set up to launder that money. I think it's all coming down, and what is left is what is our real economy without the blood and slavery. I fully agree with you, Xenotron. I do fully agree with that. Alex said, yeah, but it was only engraved just after she died, so why was it not polished? I thought it looked odd straight away, Darren. Hey, Zal, how you going? So what's all this about booms? What have I missed? Incoming. That's what you've missed. You might have to go back and watch it. I read all the news at the beginning. And I did say something is going to head for somewhere. I don't know where, but we're going to hear of a nuclear, going to hit somewhere. Someone's fired it, blah, blah, blah. Then I think it's going to be boom out of in the air, okay? David said, yes, Alex, the of Brian Williams reporting from a green screen war zone. You couldn't make that up. I remember that. I do. Hey, Luna, how you doing? Hello, beautiful people. Managed to catch some of the live. Yay. Darren said, moist doesn't cut it, very damp here. Well, yeah, it's more than moist here. It's wet. Kirsten said, 9/11 and chemtrails got me questioning everything. No more ego. I just spill it all whenever I can. Not my business what they think of me. Hope I'm planting seeds, but now they will be shooed. Yep. Shown. Yep, I agree. I agree. Out to lunch said, could use some moist here. Have burn ban at the moment. Oh, really? King Snurgle said, Kabbalists use the black arts 24/7 against everyone else. The energy manipulation techniques being used against the rest of humanity are pretty hard to stop. King Snurgle said, if you don't even acknowledge they are being used against you, the third temple building plans are ready to go full steam ahead. Out to lunch said, Luna, you made it. Alex said, the tombstone is as old as George VI, as it has his name, Queen Mother, Philip, and now the Queen. Darren, look it up and see if you think it looks weird. I said, when is Hev the cooking going to upload another video? I can smell cheese and onion pies. Yummy. It's funny because I was talking about learning how to cook a meat pie the other day. I love meat pies and I don't want to buy them from the shop already made. I want to make my own. But I need to know what's in their gravy. Anyway, that's something to think about. I haven't cooked much, actually, eyes at the moment because I've been very busy down at my daughter's house, and then I get home at 5 or 6 at night and I'm trying to throw something together or eat leftovers or whatever I can grab just because I'm so tired. Alex said, no one else seemed to notice when I looked it up on Twitter. No one had mentioned it at all unless the comments were white, Darren. Wow. Shannon said, rabbit-proof fence. Oh, is that what it's called? Darren said, I see what you mean, Alex. It's odd to have dust on it anyway. Wow. Zal said, normies are still polarised to the opposite of what's being discussed here, unfortunately. Just listening to the people at my work discuss things gives me a headache down to their level. Yeah, because they're going off full-on propaganda, and they don't know it. That's why the media has a lot to answer for. And they should be pulled down because they're useless now. They have been for a long time. Operation Mockingbird, anyone? Ruff said, rabbit-proof fence. It's near Alice Springs. Alex said, really weird. I thought they would have at least polished it as it's now just been opened up to the public. Wow. Kirsten said, Kerry Cassidy's come out saying Lady Di is alive and married to Trump and Barron is their child. Lady Di wearing a mask of Melania. What's your thoughts? I don't know. I'll wait and see. We'll see. Could be. I don't know. I think a lot of playing is going on, like people playing other people. And I think a lot of CGI is going on too. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, I think. Kirsten, I don't really have a... I'd like to think that's the case. That would be lovely. Zal said, no such thing as nuclear weapons. Yeah, I've heard that too. But no matter what, a bomb is going to, be put out there, right? Someone's going to fire one. And then it'll be exploded before it hits anywhere. GLF said, I live in America's oldest city. It is where the first Christian cross was placed on American soil. Why were all the home business insurance policies cancelled? Because someone wants the land. Do you think they're going to get it? I don't know. Do you think they will? King Snurgle said, the synagogue of Satan is called that for a reason. Even Satan is a psyop. Satanists are worshipping the reptilian ruler himself. Satan is a rank. They are evil. Luna said, you can also get wheat straws. I find them all right, and they've held up against the liquid as well. Really, Luna? That'd be better. Alex said, the world's gone mad, David. Yeah, it has. Sal said it's all in the mind, King, but the problem is turned into reality due to our true power of creation. King Snurgle said, Kirsten Mordau's total load of nonsense, I'm afraid. Yeah, that's your opinion, King Snurgle. I still agree with it because I can see things happening. So Luna said, hey, Alex, out to lunch. Wheezy said, we're okay, have material things are replaceable. Yeah, it's your life, mate, and you know, you got to just make sure it's all right. David said, indeed, Alex, the lunatics thus far have always run the asylum, but lately it seems they're into their own medicine cabinet. That's a good way to put it. Alex had also heard new Charlie money has been designed, but it won't be released till 2024, along with the stamps. After all this time, he still has to wait. My Tennessee, how you going? Hey, Hev and everyone, straws are not allowed, but a bottle of water is fine. Yeah, plastic bottle of water is fine. Old School Pete said, you affected by that hurricane, Wheezy? Sorry if so, that's fucked up. I said, both Bidens were executed at Guantanamo Bay. The people playing Biden are body doubles. King Snurgle said the UFO card's about to be pulled big time to cover up the effects of the destruction of Europe. It will be mainly a distraction to start. Wheezy said, yes, Pete, some flooding in home, but all good, bro. Gerloff said, you do not have to claim your identity or fill a UCC1. Your birth certificate cannot be traded. You cannot enforce a lopsided or unilateral contract, especially with a newborn. Sal said, King Snurgle, are you of the opinion that the board and the so-called white hats aren't what they appear to be? I have a sneaking suspicion both sides are going to be taken down. Hey, Sandy D's nuts, how you going? King Snurgle said the Ukraine war is and always has been planned to prevent the jab retaliation when those dying finally wake up to their own voluntary destruction. Zal said, ask for proof from eyes. Xenotron said, climate change is social. Look how society's changed. Everything they're doing to take away our way of life, social, cultural, climate change, is the real thing, but manufactured weather plastic packs. Deb said, love to and prayers to all affected in America. You're in our prayers, definitely. Shannon said, I just started watching that last night. Love the 80s vibe. Yeah, I love Stranger Things for some reason. I think it's more closer to the truth than what people think. Old School Pete said, at least no one hurt. That's the main thing, Wheezy. Yeah, exactly. King Snurgle said, Zal, Moxus, everything's going on right now is so far up to the pyramid structure. 99% of people aren't aware of the players involved. What is Truth said exactly? Wheezy said exactly. Alex said, I've never seen Stranger Things. Don't they have something called the Upside Down? Yep. Two worlds, another dimension in the world that we're in. And every now and then someone slips in, right? And things slip out of it. Seriously. I'm not going to say too much, but I think there's little bits of truth in things, you know? King Snuggle said, aware. Xenotron said, I meant to say plastic packaging, but ran out of room. Oh, okay. Oh, are you limited to how much you can type on here? I said, you elites in Australia, just remember you're being watched, listened to, and recorded in real time, whether at work or home. You can run but cannot hide, be warned. Well, yeah, if we're all listened to, then they will be too. Menacing Muskrat said, oh, my God, I'm going through withdrawals. They took off days of our lives. So sad. Oh, no. Really? I was watching that when I was 15, and I haven't watched it for many, 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 many years. But they finally took it off, did they? Wow. So I guess Hope, Bo, and Marlena are no longer possessed. Zal said, King Snuggle the Viking, it's almost like they're waiting for the return of something. Shannon said, yes, Alex. Old School Pete said, Missy. Rudy says, 7:27 p.m. in Houston, Texas now. Sunflower said, yes, Alex, I like Stranger Things. Quite interesting to watch as a truther. It is. That's what I think. Very interesting. Sena said, a good paradigm. He who gathers much has none to spare, and he who gathers little has no lack. La Juggernaut, hi, how you going? Hi, I miss your reports on Rumble and your winter picture music intros. Ah, you like the original intro? Okay, these are uploading onto Rumble, but not my. I've got 2 channels for some reason, and I have to do a video to tell the people on Rumble on the other channel to go to the other channel. Oh, I don't know what happened on Rumble. I ended up with 2 channels. Geoloff said, child cannot enter into contract and no one can give away your inalienable rights given to you by God. I can say I own your property, but without an equally weighed bicameral agreement, it's null. Alex said, is it only on Netflix? I don't have Netflix. Yeah, it is. It is, unfortunately. But I have family who have Netflix, so that's why I was able to watch it. My daughter. Because I haven't watched it since it came out. And I heard everyone talking about Kate Bush and the song that was in there, and I used to love Kate Bush, and yeah. Then I watched the film clip from Stranger Things with Kate Bush's song in it, and then from there I went, right, I've got to watch the latest season. So I did. King Snurgle said, Sal's never left. It's foot soldiers. Those called the Watchers have always been here. Eyes to see, ears to hear. Nothing to do with humans. Sal said, King Snurgle, I also have the feeling we'll be able to remove ourselves somehow from this BS and they will be left to it. King Snurgle said, Sal, the matrix structure of this place is pretty much impossible to leave without being ready to never look back. That takes some doing. 'Tis an upper tier of hell. Xenotron said the inland tsunami in Queensland was a government experiment. People died and lives were ruined. Was it Gatton? Oh, really? Yeah. I remember that. Sunflower said, yeah, it's on Netflix. Some watch it on Putlocker or similar. Oh, so you can. Oh, okay. Fair enough. So you can get around them. Shadow said the Watchers got corrupted and decided to play kings and gods. King Snurgle said this. Darren said manipulating the weather anywhere could lead to worldwide changes. Yeah, but they're trying to blame it on us when they're the ones doing it. They always have been the ones doing it. Same as environmental impact. The elite and the corporations are the ones doing it. Personally, I don't go down and chop forests down. But I know they do, corporations and that do. Shannon said King Snurgle knows the truth of it. Yeah, well, he's funny because he's saying a lot that the board said. So if the board's not real, I think you'll find out. I said, just remember Almighty God is watching, listening, recording everything in real time to everyone on earth, including children, man, women, everything is good into the books for judgment. Gone into the books for judgment. Susie said, hi, everyone, just back from the shops, stocking up. Missed you, my peeps. How you going, Susie? Sal said, King Snurgle, this is the last time any of this is going to happen. The hijackers are being removed. I know some people communicating with those on the outside. Alex said, I would like to give it a watch, Sunflower, but I can't find it on Prime and I don't have NF. There's a place called Putlocker. Put it into a search, Alex. King Snurgle said, Shannon, the original Watchers accidentally let their presence be discovered. All sides involved have their own Watchers now, all to create confusion. Pat said they manipulate the weather, all right. Wind farms for more than energy. Yes, I've heard that too. Hey, Keck Rangel, how you going? Break Babylon in 2. Joe Obama won't make it to the loo by the power of Keck and Donald Trump soon, and US and WEF will take a dump It was hard getting here. Good on you, Keck Ranger. Menacing Muskrat said, eyes to hear, eyes to hear, eyes to see, called the NSA. Sal said, just like the Forbin Project movie from the 60s have. Forbin Project. Hang on. I'll have to have a look at that. King Snurgle said, Alex, the upside down just represents other dimensions and what CERN has been playing about with. Luna said, I'm doing it again. Too busy listening to Hev to comment. Lol. David says, smart technology is dumb in this instance. Smart means secret military automated residential technology. Don't buy it. Yeah, exactly. Zal said, King Snurgle, you've seen the work of the FPV Angel channel? Alex said, I refuse a smart meter, smart locks, anything like that. No, thanks. Well, I think that's going to happen up here. Most people are going to reject it because most people are elderly. A lot of people retire up here. And the other people up here they used to not want all the supermarkets and all the McDonald's and everything up here. And so they used to be like hippies, you know, but I don't know. They may or may not want smart technology. Depends on how much they can be talked into it. Susie said, I heard this week back channel that the Pope's stepping down about to be announced. It's on, people. Definitely, Susie. I said that at the beginning. Be ready. It's coming. Darren said, smart stuff, dumb people. Well, it's not even smart stuff. If it's going to lock you in your home if there's a fire, that's not smart. Unless you want to kill everyone, then, you know, you might think it's smart. They might think it's smart. King Snurgle says, Zal, I don't particularly watch other people's works other than to see who is catching on. Too late, usually. Never heard of FPV. Keck Angel said, break Babylon into... Obama won't make it to the loo by the power of Keck and Donald Trump. If you see a pyramid of frogs, then you are blessed. There you go. I said, I never mince my words. I never lie. Everything I say is true. Even yourself being watched, listened to, and recorded in real time, just like myself. We all are. That's what our phones do. Keck Angel says, greetings, Alex. Old School Pete says, so basically it's a global war where all getting locked in our windowless high-rise smart pods. The future's looking bright, so bright. Oh, Old School Pete, I know. It doesn't look good, but it will be okay. Deb said I don't get notified. Oh, so some are, some aren't. David says some of the YouTube channels are covering Ian in South Florida. It's a pretty devastating scene. Carlos Island cut off, apparently. Oh, no. I was only wondering if it was as bad as they said because of the bloke making a big deal of it in front of the camera and the other guy walking behind him over to the car. That might have been one of the areas that wasn't hit so bad. Deb said, love our moderator. Oh, God love the moderators. Big up for the moderators, guys. I don't give them enough credit, and they are so good. Alex said, I'll have to see if I can watch it somehow, King Snurgle. The Viking, loads of people have said how good Stranger Things is. You'll be stuck to the TV for days, I'm telling you. You really, it's that, like I watched it and then I couldn't, found myself not wanting to stop watching. That's, yeah. Shannon said, I'm not going to read you two arguing. Go, guys, come on. Susie said, South African load shedding seems like a way to just annoy and really inconvenience good folk. MC SWAT said, I got notified. Good on you, MC SWAT. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. They'll notify some people, not others. King Snurgle said the whole white hat nonsense is planned to be undone by the last resort alien invasion. People aren't ready. Okay, I'm not really understanding what you mean by that. Okay, anyway. Shannon said, watch it, Alex. Stranger Things, yeah. King Snurgle said, question, what's the greatest weapon that can be invented? The weather. Sal said, King Snurgle, he shows the structure of this matrix. All the colliders around the world is recovered tech of the matter creation tech under our feet that propels this reality. Keck Rangel said, okay, I'm going to read the bit I haven't read. Operation Metal can control weather. Yeah. Well, they can put silver iodine up. Silver iodine up in the atmosphere, but that still does stuff to food. It still leaches nutrients from food. Go watch Amazing Polly. Who else was I watching? I'm not sure if it was on Amazing Polly, but yeah, go watch it. It's very interesting. It was her most recent video. Alex said, I saw World War III trending earlier. I'm hoping more people are stirring for the better. World War III on the so-called elite. Yeah, I hope so too. I said, just remember God the Father is control of this planet, the deep state tribe, but the Father is in total control. Deb said, I can see 111 in chat. I'm back about an hour in the comments, guys. Sal said, the weather is able to be influenced by a mind. Watch the channel Evolve Ministry. We are coming. Nothing can stop the frog now. Susie said, are you thinking about Rumble at all, Hev? Seems like a prudent move. So many good ones lately cancelled without a word. I'm already on Rumble, and if it does go here, yeah, I'll be over there. Shannon said, Hev burps. Sal said, no such thing as planet's eyes to see. King Snurgle said, I was asked this in 1985. I don't believe it could happen. Took a while, but it's been obvious for quite a while now. This is weather warfare just beginning, being used against us all. I said, Sal, I never said anything about planets. Shannon says, it was me, Hev, I got verification of Frantic Misty. Oh, that's right, Shannon, yes, from her friend Jamie Deluxe. I don't know how to say his name. Luna has put up chickens. Sal said, just read your last post. I said, Zion, NASA, the pedos and Satanists lie all the time, but they'll be deadly sorry. Zal said, just raise your personal vibration, it'll all fade away. Shannon said, we're in Tassie. I went to the Australian Maritime College in Tasmania back in the 90s. Loved Tasmania. I said, Zai, I don't understand. Please elaborate. Some frogs. 7:40 p.m. in Houston, Texas. That was nearly an hour ago. 40 minutes ago. Keck said, you want no one to see, you better walk away, but you never get away from the holly green one. King Snurgle said, I was talking about the new Prime Minister of Italy. She was pushing passports. These con job peddlers flip around and say whatever they're told to say. There's no trustworthy governments. King Snurgle said, Western world government is one government. Demelza said, cloud busting by Kate Bush was about the guy who found out about the weather manipulation video starring Donald Sutherland. Yes, I remember that. I watched it recently too. Eyes to see. Keck said, I helped write them songs too. Oh, guys, agree to disagree. What's going on here? I'm not paying attention to you two arguing. Canadian Patriots said harp or harp, you know which one I mean. Yep. Jailoff said, watch Brazil. Bolsonaro is their Trump president. The opposition has a very low turnout. But somehow after the debate last night, the poll chart was identical to the Biden versus Trump. Oh, of course. Oh. Keck said, greetings, Shannon. Did you used to bust my balls in that one dud stream? Oh. Greetings, Deb. Oh, guys. Susie said, please give current feedback on Ismael Perez if you know anything, something sketchy there. New interview about King Arthur, very weird, doesn't seem human. Alex said, I just had to replenish my hot water bottle, pretty chilly here. Oh, good night, Demelza. God love you. Geoloft in Brazil, Bolsonaro draws tens of thousands when he makes an appearance. The opposition draws 10 or 20, and somehow he's crushing Bolsonaro in the polls just like Basement Joe. Yeah, they turn everything upside down. Deb said, greetings, Heck. Shannon said, oh, you guys, sort it out. Alex said, I'll step away for a minute and it all kicks off. Aniston said, yep, amazing Polly's amazing. She needs prayers for her eyes, Hev fam. She's not the only one. Oh, I've got black spots in front of my eyes, in front of my vision. I also have very blurry vision when I look outside at trees and things. I can't see properly anymore. And I swear to God, it's the phones and these things. But what can you do? They can get all of us without doing themselves. Yeah, but I do, pray for her eyes. Pray for all our eyes, my God. I can't see either. So much trouble. Susie said, eyes to see. Are you Pentecostal? King Snurgle said, Alex, the cold spell hasn't even started yet. This is very likely to be a winter in the UK that breaks snowfall records of the 50s. Don't be surprised if it is, especially because they've just tried to stuff up the energy and heating. Deb said 10:17 a.m. Here at the moment, it's 11:26 a.m. Sandy D's Nuts said, good night, Demelza. Everyone's saying good night. Zal said, time to become a brethren. Breatharian? I don't even know what that is. Everyone's saying good night, Demelza. Infinite Loops Lawson said her true name is Mary Truss, MT33, same as Thatcher and May. Anne said, I think she's is amazing, Polly slide. Now I just looked it up and subbed. Good. I love a global warming AMD plan to make it a warm one. Shannon said, no, Demelza, don't leave us. Oh, I understand. It's very late at night over there, and I probably would have been in bed already before I started. Keck said, we did it before. We can do it again. Yes. Zal said, just pray for all the animals in this evil. Yeah. King Snurgle said, eyes to see, many feel as you feel. They just aren't into, what is it? Proselytizing. Oh, I can't say that word. Keck said, eyes, do you remember when I said I'd ride shortless on Christmas in 19? It happened. Menacing Muskrat said, we are the fig tree generation since 1948. Alex said, yeah, I know, King Snurgle. I dread to think what's going to be like in a few weeks or months, although we're supposed to have an Indian heat wave, I think, next week. Keck said, I had no one to fill me, though. Oh. Menacing Muskrat said, 1948 Balfour Declaration. Yep. Keck said, I did say it at 5x5. Zal said, you can influence the weather, folks. Just learn how. Alex said, I'm really glad to have a good winter coat. Hey, Jennifer, how you going? Hey, Hev, I'll have to make you some of my bush tucker. We'll love to meet up when I'm in Sydney. I'll email you. God bless you all. You too, Jennifer. Liz trusted Tank. Keck said, Liz trusted Tank the Bank of England. She's not cool at all. King Snuggle said, Alex, manipulating the warm fronts and cold fronts is how aerial weather warfare works. Any and all unusual weather from now on is just part of the manipulation required. Shanna said, Sydney, lol, bush tucker, you really roughing it in the outback when you're in Sydney, lol. You can go outback from Sydney. It's a fair way. Deb said, when groups of people come together and pray with love, it makes a difference. Yes. Keck said, hey, I'm the wordsmith of Kekistan. Susie said, what happened? I don't know. Suzanne said, good evening all. Keep your focus on Jesus Christ. Alex said, my friend's cat was given a leukemia jab when she was a kitten and had several seizures and nearly died. Well, most people I know who have dogs or cats that get that, they end up sick and lumpy. Susie said, chat not running? Oh, isn't it? Keck said also Nigel Farage stole barrage in Farage from me. Shannon said, what was that? Avnet said, oh, guys. Susie said, why is there no picture? Susie, go back out and come back in. Close the stream down and then try and come back in. I'm going to wrap it up shortly anyway, guys. Selena said, I think the global sleep forgotten the tribulation is on the Lord's time, not theirs. Keck said, come now. We will not let anything go to hell but the Epstein pervs who are all hanging in to the edge of the grave by their nails. Alex said, all these places are just greedy money-making machines. None of my cats have been jabbed. And the other two older girls are 17, 18, and you'd think they're kittens. See? My mum has a dog that's 13, 14, 15, not sure. Long life, but just has lumps all over it, poor thing. Carl said, I caught up gematria, converts letters to number A1, B2. Someone has worked out Mr. T and those who circle him. All equal 18. Width is 17 plus. Keck said, hey. Alex said, weren't they doing war games during 9/11 and the London bombing? Yeah, exactly. They do it again. They do it again. And they redo their same plans over and over again. Tim has said, you're most welcome, Hev. Where should we send contributions in the future? I don't know. You can buy me a coffee, but I don't know if that's limited to what you can buy. Leave it with me, Timmy. I'll let you know. Carl said, hey, Alex, same. I have 15 cats. Some I can't touch or medicate, and they are fine. Alex said, I was thinking that, Timmy. Is there anything else like PayPal that is international? I think there is I have to find out, what were the Canadian truckers, when they were kicked off PayPal, where'd they go? Give, send, go? Is that it? I better write that down too. Give, send, go. I don't know if it's in Australia, so I've got to look it up first, but I will let you guys know. Keck said the ravens have flown away and have not returned. There's no king, child. Platt Chucky is in name only. One can't be king of a nation and the WF bootlegger at the same time. King Snurgle said, Alex, it wasn't just war games. They were carrying out official drills for exactly what happened all in our faces, always. They always do. Shannon said, good point, Timmy. I'll need Hev's details for future large donations. I'll let you guys know. I will let you guys know. Deb said, no moistness here in South Australia. Keck Rangel said, though I must go, the frog will be with you always. I'll have a good one, Keck. Alex said, no human or animal has ever needed synthetic medication, in my opinion. It's all been designed to keep people sick and keep forever patients. Same as animals. Always at the vet then. Carl said, hey, Menacing Muskrat, is Stefano alive yet? What happened to Sammy? Menacing said, my husband just told me they can't lit their wood stoves in Germany. Anyone else hear that? They can't light them. If they told me I couldn't light my wood stove, I would anyway. Shannon said, I don't care if they take me to jail. Shannon said, you're right, Alex, no money and cures. Deb said, I have a cockatail and he's laughing at this show. Good on him. At least he's having fun. What have I done with my cigarettes? They're right in front of me. I'm blind because they look like that. They don't stick out anymore. They blend in with like your furniture nearly. Faye said, Alex, I absolutely agree. 100% all to make sick and keep sick for the almighty dollars. Yeah. Alex said, natural medicine, yes, but anything made in a lab is horrendous, like morphine and opioids. The amount of my ex-patients that were in agony and addicted to stuff like that was heartbreaking. People have died from opiates, like opiate addiction, on pharmaceuticals. Xenotron said, Gravox, make your mince at And at the end, add gravy. It thickens it. Oh, so it's just grey fox gravy, is it? Yeah, but there's a flavour in there that, I don't know. Maybe it's just a lot of salt. I don't know. Xenotron said, add the gravy into the mince, add water if it gets too thick. Faye said, Alex, my grandmother used to only natural medication or remedies. Wish I could remember more of them than I do. Xenotron said, Gravox, autocorrect keeps changing it. Oh, okay, yep. Jennifer said, you could use corn flour to thicken your pie mince. Yeah, it's the gravy. What do they put in the gravy? I'm going to have to look it up. I'll look it up. I'll find something and I'll try it. I'll let you know how I go. Or I'll videotape it. One of the two. Okay. Alex said, Shannon, Charlie Tampax, they make me sick. Did you see that? Someone has done a voiceover on the Inkwell video. Shannon said, King Snowball knows. Deb said, you'll cry a lot watching Rabbit Proof. Oh, no, will I? Menacing Muskrat said, Gilly Boy Gates wants the land. I didn't even like crying. I hated crying over Stranger Things, but there I was crying. Shannon said, Rabbit, a.k.a. subterranean chicken. Yeah. King Snurgle said, Sal, they don't need atomic bombs. The Beirut blast was just a small weapon. Sonic blast can level everything. A sonic vortex can turn dirt and stones into horizontal spiraling cheese grater. Oh, dear me. Zal said, King Snurgle, yep, they got better weapons than the rubbish they roll out to frighten the gullible. Yep. Alex said, I use natural medicine now, Faith. Hey, Sharon, do you guys make hurricane cakes for such storm times? I don't. Does anyone else? By the way, tuning in from Virginia, America. Oh, good on you, Sharon. Good to see you. Kirsten said, they woke us up to human trafficking. Research Trump's executive orders. They need a massive great awakening to fight the beast. 10 heads. I would not have missed the movement for all the tea in China. Me either, Kirsten. I'm with you on that one. And you can tell because when you know what it says, you can see it happening now. Deb said Stranger Things might have been part of Montauk. Yep. Geoloff said, hey, Hev, be sure to watch Michelle's new video on Deception Bites. She found some pretty wild information on Bill Gates and that Pope guy. Okay, she's on Rumble. Deception Bites, if anyone's interested. Okay, write that down. Deception Bites, the way it's spelt there on the screen, and go to Rumble and search. She's good too. Geoloft, Duality, Rumble channels. Salty Cracker has the same problem. No one can figure out why or how to fix it yet. Yeah, it's somehow made two channels on there, and these videos upload onto one Rumble channel, but not the main channel I was using. So I'm going to have to make another video for Rumble telling them to move over to the other channel, or just sub to both in case. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Yeah, but it's really weird how that happened. It's 8:12 p.m. now. Well, that was quite a few minutes ago. Alex said, my brother's girlfriend might have Netflix, but I think they cracked down on sharing accounts and other greedy corporation. Okay, well, what you can do is ask them when they're not watching it, and then ask them going on, their account, if they'll give it to you. Sharon said, old Irish remedy for gaminess taste, soak overnight in buttermilk. I did that with chicken, and I made lemon chicken, and it was really nice. When you soak chicken in buttermilk, it makes the chicken juicier and softer to eat. It's beautiful. I agree with you, Sharon. Yep. Susie said the character Matthew Modine plays in Stranger Things is Mengele, right? Isn't Matthew Modine the copper? Or am I thinking of the wrong person? The doctor in Stranger Things is, Mengele. Yeah. If that's who you're talking about, yep. But I don't know. I thought Matthew Modine was the copper. I might be wrong. Menacing Muskrat said, POTUS holding rally both Arizona and Nevada tonight. He's moving tonight. Go POTUS. Wow. Excellent. Shannon said, look forward to that Muskrat of Menace. Yeah, I'll have to go soon. Susie said, I heard the soaps will have a new life on Netflix. Victor Kiriakis will live on. Oh, is he still going? Victor Kiriakis. Menacing Muskrat said, yeah, Shannon Spear, I'm going to tune in for that. Alex said, oh, cool, I just found Putlocker. I'll have to see how it works, though. Shannon said, Deb, watch that link I sent. Susie said that Babushka video definitely has programming in it, lots of hand signs. All her music does. Go and watch how she dances in Wuthering Heights and other music that she does. It's like, there's one called Hammer Horror too. That used to be one of my favourite songs. And she does this, I don't know, she's just like captivating. You watch, and she dances like she's very unique, artistic dance. Yeah, I don't know why, but it does kind of remind me of a Marina Abramovic, whatever you want to call her. King Snurgle said, meanwhile, DeSantis, who is being seen as a threat alternative to Trump, has his hands very busy with looking after the destruction taking place in his neck of the woods. Rudy said, A16 now in Houston, Texas. Xenotron said, I read this morning that 4 AI robots killed 26 Japanese scientists in a lab. 2 were dismantled and 1 reassembled itself. I think we haven't even seen the half of it yet. Robin said, I recently watched a 3-season series on Netflix called The Rain. It was strange, yet relevant to things going on now with cloud seeding, viruses and chipping. The Rain. Okay. Menacing Muskrat said, Shannon Spears, sorry, I misread. POTUS will be in Arizona October 9th, 2022 and Nevada October 8th, 2022. Okay. Alex said, what is Mengele, Susie Fraser? Dr. Mengele. Oh, we got to look him up. Nazi doctor. Experiment. Bad, 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 bad. Then got taken to the US during Project Paperclip and continued his experiments. Yeah, with help from the government. Sal said, Xenotron, where did you read that? King Snurgle said, Alex, don't sign up to any Putlocker you find isn't needed. Find the ones. There are several that work straight from a search in their search box. Yeah, don't sign up to any of them. I don't sign up to any of those things either. You just watch them on there. If you can't, you find another one. Alex said, like when I found Twilight Zone, couldn't stop watching. That's what Stranger Things is like. It gets you. It gets you. Shannon said, I'll catch it, Victor. Vector117 usually live streams it on Australian confidentiality. King Snurgle said, I never took much notice of them. I knew all about them a decade before they put their heads up. I would agree to disagree, but that's up to you, King Snurgle. Menacing said tomorrow POTUS will be in Warren. Where? October the 1st, 2022. I don't know the state. What's the, is it ML or MI? So that's the problem. I can't tell with typing. Mrs. Out to Lunch, how you doing? Fred loves Donna and Donna loves Fred. And I love you guys. You're so sweet. Shannon said, not arguing, just proving a point that, okay. Well, I think he's blocked you, Shannon, again. King Snurgle said, massive confusion was always planned to be used at this time. It is all more scripted than any film ever made. Yep. I'll agree with you on that. We're watching a movie. Even the board said that too. You're watching a movie. Deb said, Shannon, please put link up again. I missed it. Thank you. I won't sign up to anything, King Snurgle. It kind of looks like another Google. Susie said, Alex, Dr. Mengele is the Nazi doc that did all experiments with twins during the war. All the elite kids from special projects knew him too. Some called him Papa. And you'll find that on Stranger Things. The doctor is called Papa for the kids. Xenotron, it was on BitChute this morning. Shannon said, go Deb. Jennifer said, don't interrupt the enemy as they are sabotaging their own plans by escalating everything, including the kitchen sink. Lol. Yeah, exactly. I agree. Xenotron said, it is not new, but I think unknown. Faith said, I have to turn in for the night. Love and blessings to all. You too, Faith. Have a good one. Xenotron said, reassembling like the robot in the new Lost in Space series. Alex said, I was thinking of the Nazi one I read it, Susie, but then confused because I haven't seen Stranger Things. Out to lunch, said Faith, sleep well. Alex said, now, children, come on. Says, no, they are trying to work it out, but it's just that, yes, if one blocks the other, then they can't talk, and it's, yeah, I don't know. I that's why I try to say to people, agree to disagree rather than argue. But look, it's up to them, you know. Susie said, can we do 30 seconds of silence at the end tonight, sending love, peace, and high vibes to every good person on planet Earth? Yes, we can. Good night, Faith. God bless. It's very good, Alex. That doesn't sound good. Have black spots in your eyes. Have you had them checked? No. But I've had them since before I started this medication. But since I started this medication, they all want me to go get eye checks, so I've done the opposite. I have to go, though. Darren said, energy-saving light bulbs have ruined our eyesight. Yes, them too. Lara Star said, I've got the eye spots in my eyes and blurry vision too. Have I need a job to pay for new glasses? Yeah, that's the problem. New glasses are quite a bit. I'm going to have to just get it like a pair of $100 glasses, which is as cheap as you can pretty much get here, and hope that I can get a decent pair for that amount. I don't care about brand names. I don't want a brand name. I just want a good pair of glasses that suit me, at least. Kind of like these ones. But when they're cheaper ones, you can't always find what you want. You know what I mean? Alex said, make sure it's not macular degeneration. Have and get checked before it gets worse. Yeah, I know. JLoff said, when it comes to your eyes, your heart, your mind, don't you dare think Fukushima. Kirsten said, there's videos on YouTube to heat your room with terracotta pot and saucer plus candles. Hope those in the EU, UK know this. Yeah, you got to get it right. We were talking about this last week, Kirsten. You've got to get it right. Or if you use, I don't know if it's you got to dry the pot out or what it is, but someone was saying they can blow up. I don't know. I've never tried it. Rudy says, say 27 now. Menacing Muskrat said, was Liz Truss made PM a day before the lizard died? Interesting, 2 lizards. Menacing Muskrat. I can't even tell what that is. Is that a frog or a goanna? Shannon, I can't tell. Jill said I just has to close the stream, come back. My view of Hev was frozen. Okay. Looks like it. Are they lizards? They're lizards. Okay. Xenotron said my cat was never sick until he was vaxxed at 10. Then he got the flu and weepy eyes. It just wouldn't stop. Oh. Alex said, yes, Muskrat, and that picture of Liz and the Queen looks so weird. Liz looks like a giant. Yeah. Hey, Lisa Pritchard. How you doing? Good evening, Tennessee. Rudy said, say 31 now. Menacing Muskrat said, give, send, go. Yes, it is give, send, go. Okay. Thank you, Menacing Muskrat. Shannon said, where is Iron Kai? I hope he wasn't in the hurricane zone with all that potential debris he has laying around. Yeah, I saw the video. I hope he's all right. Selena said, sorry, I'm in and out. Procession green apples for the dehydrated. Yikes, ton of apples. Oh, good on ya. Alex said, thanks, Muskrat. Deb said, much love to all. Prayers to all to be safe. Alex said, that looks like a pretty good site, although I'll research it more tomorrow. Give, send, go. Yep. Shannon said, baby gravy. Senatron said, Ari, the pies, I had Worcestershire sauce and tomato sauce to the mince. Yep, that's what I would do too. Worcestershire, for sure. I wouldn't have thought so much tomato, but yep. Rudy says, A35 now. Cynthia said, sweet dreams. Alex said, Worcestershire. Yeah, Worcestershire sauce. Susie, are you coming on tomorrow, Hev? Yes, I'm going to try. Yep. Alex said I made turkey bolognese earlier and added Worcestershire sauce. Yummy. Yeah, I'll be on tomorrow. Just depends what time. I might be a bit later. I hope not, but we'll see how we go. Menacing Muskrat shared a link on Rumble. Pope calls Jesus Satan. Calls for a one world religion. Pope call. Yep, okay. There you go. So it's in the comments, in the chat. Alex, I found out the other week I could no longer get Worcestershire Walker's crisps anymore because they may cause cancer, so we're discontinued. They were like the best flavour. Oh, really? Robin said I'm subbed to both your Rumble channels. Thank you, Robin. Shannon said when I comment on Rumble, it sends it twice and my avatar picture is gone. Yeah, Menacing Muskrat, Deception Bites channel. That's the one you look for on Rumble, as well as Amazing Polly. Really good. Really, really good. Shannon said Chrislam is what the Pope is going for. Menacing Muskrat said gamey moose soak in milk and a couple of stalks of celery. Susie said Worcestershire sauce makes everything better, like a tamarind chutney without the sugar. Great for cottage pie and any gravy. Good gravy has a dash of soy sauce too, believe it or not. Really? Alex said there's a packet of unopened Worcestershire crisps on sale for 250 quid. What? People will buy all sorts of shit if they have enough money. Shannon said marinated kangaroo from Woolies herb and garlic. Yummy. Really? Okay, I'm going to have a go. Susie Fraser says, is gamey code for funky? I don't know. Like a gamey flavour. Alex said that does sound pretty nice, to be fair, Shannon. Shannon said, no, just strong flavours. Okay. Oh, Mangala is soul swapped into Fauci, you reckon, Shannon? Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. Alex said, I knew when Susie said Doctor Who she meant evil Nazi bastards. Yeah. Shannon said, Eyes has gone to repent. Oh. Mersing said, am I Michigan? Okay, thank you. It was an I, so it wasn't an L. Thank you so much. Menacing Muskrat said Mengele was also known as Dr. Green. Yes, he was. Shannon said, and Mengele used to play his violin to the sound of the kids' tortured screams. Pat said Mengele was one of the most feared and evil among the Nazis. Yes. Lead head doctor scientist, whatever you want to call him. Alex said, I was just watching a channel called Kent Survival. He cooked 4 meats on fire, zebra, camel, llama, and kangaroo, and he said kangaroo was delicious and would have it again, and camel was the worst. There we go. Shannon said the Nazis are now in the UK. Yeah, in that area. 11:16 now, said Deb. Susie said Pat Ryan seems similar to Aquino in intensity. 11:17 for Shannon. Shannon said, catch up, Deb. A minute has passed. Alex said it wasn't just Mengele, though. There were loads of them, and they're still doing it. Not them, but their offspring. I think Polly did a good video about one of the families. She did. Alex, yep. Alex said, wow, 3 months. Time flies, Deb. Susie said, Warren, Michigan. Yep. Thank you very much, guys, because I don't know. I know some of them, the letters at the end, but some of them I can't tell if it's an L or an I, and I just don't know. So bear with me. I'm learning. Shannon said block my eyes for exposing. Oh, yeah, I know. It's there anyway. I mean, people can see. A duck and a Statue of Liberty and a lizard. 6:52 p.m. says Menacing Muskrat. Shannon said the Green Man is another name for Satan. Okay, we're going to have a minute silence for everyone. I don't know how to do this. It's 11:53. Okay, let's go. And then we'll end, right? I don't know if it's been a minute because it was halfway through the minute. Okay. At the end now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say the Lord's Prayer and I'm going to finish up with that. Okay. So, our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the power, the kingdom, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Okay, guys, and I'm off with that. And I'll be back tomorrow. Not sure what time exactly. And I'll be back on the next day as well. Okay, so let's play the outro. Bye, guys.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I'm not falling. I'll push all my chips and call all in. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I hear destiny and it's calling. I'll keep my head up high through the downs and lows, and we're all going life. Still nobody knows, but I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes. And ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. Back a year ago.